welcome. Episode 44 of Fuel My Fire podcast, the official Bristol Metal Quarter podcast, the only Bristol Metal Quarter podcast too, also the best one, just saying. Yes, episode 44, we have a very special guest from Kintona. We have Ethan and Johnny joining us today. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Obviously Jen's here too, you know.
Oh, yeah, forget about me.
Why did I forget about you? We like having you around. Yeah, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's day? Let's start there.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's like...
This is the Holy Grail, and it's your first time here.
Yeah. Well, it's my first time here, and it's my first time like on a podcast in general. Like, it's just weird, like, because obviously you think as a performer I'd be very good at like openly speaking, like just off the dome. But
just
like,
imagine everyone naked. Oh.
That's what I do when I'm on stage.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's nothing to be nervous about. We'll just sit and have a chat.
Yeah.
A bit of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel weird when you're kind of talking in empty space.
Yeah.
I used to do model plane reviews when I was like 10 on YouTube.
Wow.
So
Really?
I got that experience.
That was your thought of I'm going to make it big with model planes.
I wanted to be a pilot many moons ago, but apparently my on-camera skills weren't that great, so that kind of died out.
What's that got to do with flying a plane, though?
It doesn't, but I figured I figured if I could do like model plane reviews and stuff, and because I love collecting things, I'd be like, when I go and like interview to be a pilot, I'd be like, look at I've got all these
look at all the footage I have,
and and I know all about them. I know all these like stupid details that no one cares about.
I never knew that about you. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yes,
I guess you could say that.
I was an RAF cadet for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, a very small period of time. But
and then you turned to the dark side.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
then I
like,
just decided to scream
model
in my
plane
room
reviewer,
and piss my
metal
parents
vocalist. It's like two, like the opposite ends of the spectrum. I never knew that about you. It's like model planes.
Yeah.
However, it'd be fantastic if you were a pilot and a metal vocalist. If only there was one.
The poor passengers though on the intercom. I'd be coming over. Like,
sorry, I need to rehearse.
Telling them
on
about
board
the
this 7-hour flight, and I'm going to be screaming for the next 8 hours.
Yeah, no, they make me crash on purpose at that point, I think. But
how weird is it to have two aviation nerds in the same room, in the metal room?
In it, it all kind of. I think we're all weird in the same way, aren't we?
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely.
No pun intended, but I'm glad that didn't take off and that you're here with us.
I'm kicking him out the back. That's outrageous. We need a new guitarist if anyone's interested.
Yeah. How about we go with what we listened to on the way in?
Sure. I guess I'll start. A lot of, actually, because I'm wearing a shirt today,
Nice.
A bit of Cradle of Filth.
My top 5, even though Danny's an arsehole.
I'll always respect him for the Jesus is a cunt shirt, though.
Yeah.
So I can't. But I always say it wrong. Cryptorania, whatever, 2017 album. That's what I really like. So listen to a bit of them, and then my usual Dying Wish, orthodox kind of
nice
metalcore. Way too loud in my ears. Yeah,
I think every metalhead is guilty of that, though. Yeah.
I mentioned it when we were outside before coming in here. I mean, Ethan is like, he's kind of like the more general metal audience sex appeal, and I'm kind of like
the vocalist.
Yes, yeah. Well, yeah. And I mean, I like to think of myself kind of as like the very niche. There has to be like a one type of like man or woman that likes me, and that's like within that niche, that's the sort of music I listen to. So, on the way here and getting ready, it was just Thornhill. I don't know if you guys have heard of Thornhill before.
Can't say I have.
Out of Melbourne, Australia. They're really good. You should give them a listen to. Their first album was like crazy good in terms of like pioneering sort of the direction that modern metalcore was going, and now they're kind of like metal pop at best, but it's still pretty good.
The usual trajectory of
yeah.
Unfortunately, so.
So Thornhill. I will die.
No Loathe today?
No, I was just about to get onto that. I'll die on this hill. I love Loathe. I think that they're probably my favorite, and I'll die on this hill. They're the best, or the most creative.
But I mean,
metal.
I mean,
I mean, I'm a bit of a like walking advertisement, you could say, but Yeah, no, that band is amazing. I did also. Peter's been getting me on some stuff. Peter's the other guitarist.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of got like, if you were to say, because I always joke about this, how you like, because I'm very like new to the metal scene. And I always joked about how like every metalhead that has been a metalhead for a while, they'll walk up to you and be like, have you heard of this band that's like Little Lamb decapitated by 3 men on a pilgrimage? And I'm like, I can't say that I have.
They're the best thing ever. You really need to list them.
Yeah. And it's like they released one 3-song EP in 1980. And it's like just the most guttural, violent shit you've ever heard.
It's only on tape. You might be able to find somebody who's put it onto YouTube really low quality.
Recorded in the guitarist's mum's basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
But he's been getting me onto a lot of bands. So like he said, I've been listening to a lot of Dying Wish, Orthodox, Guilt Trip,
Nice.
Error. I've been a big...
Not a huge fan of them.
Not a huge fan of Error? No? Well, I mean, it is an acquired taste, I'd say.
They're definitely acquired. There's something quite nice about the... it happened, I'll get into about the metal quiz that was on here. But I got talking to a random guy, and he did exactly that. He was like, oh my God, you have to hear this album. And, you know, something would trigger a conversation. No idea what he's talking about. I was doing the same back to him. And you leave and kind of go, that sounds awesome. I've already forgotten the band, but, you know.
Oh, no, the amount of times I've been in that conversation where someone, like, recommends a band to you, and, like... Obviously, I could just be honest and say, no, I don't know the band. But then I feel like you just kill the conversation. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, I think the name rings a bell. And then like, oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Did they have a song there about decapitating the fellas?
Yeah, I just have to check them out again and scramble and go to the toilet, scramble on Spotify. Like, oh, fuck, what do they sound like? You know?
Not at all what I thought. Okay, cool.
No, but
yeah, people get so passionate about a band you've never heard of. And it's one of the fun things about metal, really, isn't it? That there's so many subgenres, there's so many... quirks to it that everyone's just like, well, I found this band 20 years ago and they're fucking awesome, and now the youngsters like them, and that's really shit.
Exactly. Everyone's got like a couple bands that have like 10 monthly listeners that they're just like they'll die on their hill.
This is my band.
Yeah. You kind of like you take ownership of them. It's like, they're my band. I found them. No one else can have them.
I would say we'd have done that with you, except a lot of people have found you now.
Well, more than we've expected. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, for like 7 or 8 months coming up to now, it's been kind of weird.
Yes, it's...
I mean, especially because the band that I was in before, it was like the most opposite thing you can think of to what we do now. It was like Arctic Monkeys covers.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like...
It would have only been worse if it was ABBA.
We had to save him from that. Yeah.
We were considering that at one point, actually.
Oh, God.
But it was like
Shouldn't
the
have been front
Beatles and Arctic Monkeys. And I remember being in that band and just thinking like,
I hate life.
Well, yeah, there was that, but it was like I knew that I just enjoyed playing music regardless. So when like eventually my music taste got, let's say, good, and yeah, that's what I'll call it. When my music taste got good and I started delving into like the heavier genres of like rock and metal, that's sort of, I think, when I sat down, I was like, okay, this is definitely what I want to play. I think one of the...
What was your gateway
Bullet for My Valentine.
Nice.
Really, yeah. Bullet for My Valentine. I remember I was like 15 or 16, and I remember hearing Tears Don't Fall on like Instagram or something, on like a gag video, somebody making fun of like emos and metalheads.
Unfortunate way.
Yeah, but then I sat down and I listened to it because it was catchy enough for me to put it on. And yeah, it's just kind of, that's the history.
Yeah.
And then obviously you go into like the Slipknot and and then
it's the general pipeline of things.
Yeah, and then
I had the same thing, but just punk before, because my dad was a teenager in the 70s, so he had the full-on punk.
You do have a punk vibe in your stage.
Yeah, there's kind of, so I've kind of got that element to it, but I went from punk, then I went to emo, and then it just progresses, and you end up listening to bloody, cattle decapitation to relax. And at that point, I'm fucked. So.
How did this happen? I used to be such a nice young lad.
Oh, yeah. Now, listening to lyrics that I could never repeat to my parents.
Yeah. I've had a similar sat at work, and you said earlier about listening to stuff too loud, and someone come tap me in the shoulder and like take my headphones off and like put it down, and it is just carnage coming out of there, and just look at me kind of going, are you okay? I'm perfectly fine. Why? Like, I think you're summoning Satan. I'm like,
oh no, that's
pretty soft, really.
It's just my ASMR.
That's me chilled out. You should see me.
My friends never let me have the aux in the car. They'll be playing Drake and Brent Fayaz and brilliant artists and everything, but I'll just be sat like, And if I join there, because obviously now you can like hijack someone's Spotify session. So we just hijack the Spotify session and put like the most outrageous fucking stupid song on there, and it just kills. You just watch their vibe, just. But I'm just in the back like. So yeah, I love it. That's why the headphones are always in, because no one can. Everyone wants to relax.
Yeah, no one can criticize what's in your ears.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they still do, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, you'll go deaf, listen to that thing, and you'll go blind for being stupid. But here we are.
No, I had a lady tell me off on the bus once because I was sat there like with my foot like going along, and she was like, "Can you please stop moving your foot?" I'm sorry.
It's really good music.
I didn't realise I was doing it. I'm sorry.
And wait till the other foot kicks in.
I'm not a drummer. It's not my forte.
Always vocalist?
Yeah, always vocalist. I've dabbled with guitar like every now and again, but I'm literally at the level of like 6 months in, drop tuning merchant, one finger on the E string, just you can make cool riffs like that. You
make a good
make
bass
some
player.
proper like crowbar kind of stuff with that.
You would make a good bass player.
But yeah, always vocals. Well, when did I start? About 4 years ago, I think. So since then, just
Did
vocal
vocals
all the way.
naturally to you, or was it just something you realised you had and were able to do?
It was kind of just, I never really thought, can I do it? Which I should have done because I was wank to start with. But I they had an emo night. Do you know the Junction in Plymouth?
I know of it, I've never been. But
I went to an emo night there one night, and there was, I went on my own because one of my mates couldn't go in the end, so I just went on my own. I was like, I've got nothing else to do, I might as well go. And then many a whiskey later, I was miming to Slipknot on the stage to people. Just no mic, nothing, no, they can't hear. I was just miming, pretending with two other dudes. And then drunk me got off the stage, and I was like, wow, that, like, because I'm very reserved, I'm very within myself, and, whether it's anxiety or just chill, depends on the day.
Yeah.
But, so, like, being in front of crowds and public speaking has never really been my thing.
Funny you say that, because if you listen to the episode where I saw you for your first gig, I was like, your energy on stage is bananas.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I did that, and I was just, and obviously that's just like messing about, no mic or anything. And I was like, that's something about that, whether you want to call it comfort or whether you want to call it, like, I felt at home and all this kind of stuff. It just felt right.
Yeah.
It just felt right. So after that, the day after, I went on this like website where bands are looking for vocalists or whatever. There was this band that was doing a My Plague by Slipknot. They were doing a cover of that, and they wanted a vocalist. So I messaged them. I was like, they sent me the demo, and I did it. And this was me screaming into my phone under my covers in my bed. No experience, no experience at all. I was just like, oh fuck it, it's just shouting.
Yeah.
Completely disrespecting the whole aspect of how difficult it is.
It is actually quite difficult.
Yeah, exactly. And then they replied, and their reply, I don't blame them. Their reply was quite harsh. But I don't blame them for not taking me on, but they were a bit harsh about it, but I don't blame them again.
I mean, you can't get better without a little bit of
exactly.
criticism.
I saw that, and they were like, this is, I can't remember what they said, but I can boil it down to, they said, this is shit. That you should stop. And I was like, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm actually going to try.
Go learn.
Yeah, but it never felt like learning.
Did you do it like officially, like formally, or did you just?
No, I just literally I bought a microphone for £6. I still remember I bought a microphone for £6 from a barbershop. From a
of all places.
Yeah, barbershop. They had like guitars and microphones in windows. So I bought a microphone from there, and I would just plug it straight in XLR into my amp, and then I'd put on my TV. I'd get Spotify up, and I'd play a song, and I'd just do covers to myself. And every day, it was never practice, because I'd just be like, oh, what am I going to do today? And I just plug my mic in and just 2 hours straight go through like a whole Slipknot album or go through something. So I never did vocal lessons or anything. It was just a case of just doing it in my room, feeling it out, see what sounds right,
kind
what
of
feels
hearing it
right.
back and going on.
And then eventually you kind of think, oh, okay, this is how I sound, and this is how. Obviously, I ran into a bit of a problem of trying to emulate people too much. Because my biggest inspirations, like Corey Taylor, Brian Garris, Slipknot, Knock Loose, Justin Bonnet's from Tala as well, and you kind of when you go through that way of no training for yourself, you kind of try to emulate them. And
yeah,
it took me
understandably.
It took me a while to kind of not like, oh, this sounds bad because it doesn't sound like the original, versus this, oh, this is my voice.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my voice is not to the level of Brian Garris, but my voice is like my natural scream. I can do other screams, but my natural, like where I'm fully comfortable, is quite high.
Yeah.
So in a way that was helpful actually, to kind of see that if he can get away with it, or not get away with it, but if he can do it, then I can do it.
I like that you have a range in your vocals. Like you can do the higher screams. You can also do the proper deep gutturals.
The deep gutturals took a bit of a longer time to, because my natural speaking voice is fairly, it's, you know, I'm not Mickey Mouse, but I'm fairly high pitched. So getting the low gutturals took some time, and they're still, you know, admittedly, they're not like, you know, if you get 10 metal vocalists in a room, I'm fully able to admit I'm definitely not going to be the best at lows. When it comes to highs, I'm a lot more confident, but the lows, but I still like to do them because it's the variety, and
it adds a nice rasp to the songs.
Yeah, exactly.
And
and my vocal style has always been, I mean, technique's important. If you do your technique wrong, you end up with all sorts of trouble.
Yeah.
But
as we can see in media with multiple artists having surgeries in their throat.
Yeah, exactly. All the vocal polyps and all that kind of stuff, which you never want. So it is important to an extent, but I've always been a bit more, whether it's just because I'm a lunatic, I don't know, but I've always been a bit more just kind of emotion. Like I let the emotion drive it, and then the technique is just a foundation for it. Whereas I feel like, not to dog on anyone, everyone's vocals are different, and everyone's vocals are sick in their own way, but a lot of people, the technique is the main thing.
I know what you mean.
And then you kind of, but if you try and add emotion onto technique, it kind of feels fake. Whereas if you add technique onto emotion, it's a lot more.
I fully agree.
It's a lot more real. So when I'm on stage, I never think about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking, oh, I need to manipulate my tongue and, you know, do this, and I need my diaphragm to do this and all that kind of stuff. It just happens.
Yeah.
So whenever anyone asks me about like, oh, what's your technique? I'm like, I don't really know, to be honest.
I just sing.
Because I write the lyrics, well, most of the lyrics come from me, and they're usually fairly personal, whether or not I've imposed it onto a character or not. But they're very personal, which helps, because then I can just go on stage, get into that place, and actually believe what I'm saying, and then it just comes out.
Yeah, nice.
As is. So.
Yeah, and it, like, he has this sort of ability to like just write the most vile, disgusting, but also poetic and beautiful shit that you've ever heard. And it's like, I sent a demo in the other day, like maybe not more than like 4 or 5 days ago, maybe a week or more. But he just like that, he's got basically a whole song written. And it's like, that always surprises me, because whenever I try to like write lyrics, I always get stuck on the first word. So
I
yeah,
bollocks.
And it's like, the way that he writes lyrics is, I mean, not to say that you can't totally discern what you're saying, but with most like deathcore bands, metalcore bands, it's like you have to really like squint your eyes, look at their lips, and like open up the ears to like fully like understand every word of what they're saying.
I mean, I'm mentioning this, and in fact, a few episodes ago, I've said it before, we had, I can't remember who it was, but it was an extreme vocalist then anyway, and I said the same, and it was like, when I listen to metal, I use the vocals as another instrument.
Yeah.
I listen to the melody, the sound of it, the emotion behind it. I think you kind of hit the nail on it.
Just another layer.
As opposed to the lyrics, they could literally be talking about splitting children in half, and I'm like, oh, this is quite pleasant. I really struggle to hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
Especially start getting more into the, you know, the quicker, more aggressive stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a couple songs. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but like kind of 200 Stab Wounds vibe, where I've liked the song for years, and it's like, you know, I've loved the song for years, and then someone asks you, like, you show it to someone, and oh, what's it about?
No idea.
I actually don't know. I look at the lyrics, and it's like, oh my god, like one of my favorite songs is like, yeah, it's like, oh god, what? But yeah. No, the lyrics are important to me.
Come from a deep place for you?
Yeah, and I mean, they have, just in music in general, because I used to, I mean, I still, I guess I do now because of the lyrics, but I used to write poetry just for the sake of it. I was that kid. I'd sit on my own in lunchtime and just write poetry.
Has any of that poetry turned into songs?
It hasn't, although I do have a bank in my notes app of everything.
For when you're on the spot.
So I can pull from it for sure.
That's how you get them out so
yeah,
quickly.
but there's a fine line between, because half of it is actually like somewhat decent stuff. Half of it is a teenager writing poetry.
Fair.
You know, so you got to be
going
careful.
through an emo phase.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you pluck from it. But yeah, no, the lyrics are a big part for me. So I always pay more attention probably than the average person does to the lyrics.
What way does that all work then? Do you kind of have ideas for vocals first, or is the music written entirely first? Or?
Usually, I mean, obviously it's not set in stone, but for the most part, most of our songs have been, we have a riff idea, the riff gets sent in, you put some program drums in just so you have a Jesus. Oh hello.
He won't help.
You have a backbeat just so you can kind of hear it out.
I can speak on this quite well actually.
Yeah, go on. While I'm fixing
breaking equipment.
while I'm fixing my pop filter.
Like most of the time, and I say most because there's like I wouldn't say 3 or 4. It's like 2 or 3 songs that I can think of that I haven't been there for. But usually the process is either me or Peter, who's the other guitarist, we come up with an idea, or we're just like, do you want to write something? Like, we're in a mood to write music. And so it's always at his place because he has a very fancy laptop that can run Pro Tools with like Archetype Gojira and like multiple different tracks, whereas what I had would probably like cough at trying to open Pro Tools. So yeah, so we kind of we go over that. We start off with a riff, then we like, it's usually riff first, then we discuss what the song's about. Okay. Because it like, when you listen to something, it just kind of imposes a feeling onto you, whether it be, you know, if you have a theme straight away in your head. I remember we were in rehearsal one day and I just played a riff and you just looked at me, you go, that makes me want to fucking murder somebody.
You know you're onto a good riff.
Yeah. So we'll write something and then we just flesh it out to like the max that we can. Mm-hmm. So program bass, or if Nathan, who's the bassist, if he's around in town, then we'll get him to come over and we'll get him to track some bass in. Otherwise it's just guitars, bass, drums, and that's basically been every song. And then we just like, we deliver it to him via WhatsApp in our group chat, and then like a couple of days later we have a song. So
nice.
yeah, they send it to me and then I just mess around. I listen to it and I just, whatever I hear, then I come up with. Sometimes they'll have an idea for what the song should be called or what the song should be about. Sometimes not, and to be honest, sometimes I twist it a bit anyway. But yeah, like the demo that Johnny's on about, we're working on that now, and every day I just kind of chip away at it, write new lyrics, and then go on Logic and just slam some vocals onto it, and then we kind of got a rough demo so we can all learn from that and then take it to rehearsal. Kind of all be on a baseline of where the song is, and then sometimes things change in rehearsal or after the fact. Yeah, but it's like getting a skeleton down first, sometimes, and then adding the muscle onto it.
Sometimes songs just get completely like ripped apart completely, and not in like a bad way. Sometimes we'll write a song and like, well, I say sometimes we, and I use the word we a lot, but it's mostly
it's a royal we.
It's mostly like, no, to be fair, I want to say this out there and put this out there that it's like, it's completely equal. It's a democracy, but whenever I write something that's not good, we just send it to the shadow realm. But to be fair, the stuff I write sometimes is like so cheesy because I haven't been in the game for long. Like, I've just put my toes in. So
and you started with Tears on Fall by Bullets. So, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, sometimes the stuff I write is really cheesy. And we just like revamp it. And because I'm the other quote unquote vocalist, so I do like all the
cleaner stuff,
the clean stuff. So I'll ask Ethan to come round and then we write together.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
it's a nice little chemistry to have. Really.
Yeah. There's no like pressure to kind of create anything brilliant, or it's just literally ideas. Someone has an idea, give an idea out, and you just let it develop naturally, rather than being like, this song needs to be done by now. And this needs to,
It's such a beautiful thing. Like, it's just when you get into like the flow of it, it's like a back and forth. Like, I'll be like, how about this? And he'll be like, ooh, and then he'll be like, how about this? And I'm like, dude, that would fucking kill. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, it varies by songs. I mean, we got like Deft. Deft it's a great song as is, but there's still things we're changing about it. There's still things we want to improve. Yeah. But then you got songs like Chained by Blood, which has kind of become one of our biggest songs from what we can tell with the crowd.
It's closer towards the end of your set and stuff as well, isn't it?
Yeah. it kind of sets off the second half of the set and kind of kicks that into motion.
I think now would be the appropriate time to address the wall of death.
Oh, the wall of death.
situation.
I'll get to the wall of death. I'll get to the wall of death. I need to hold my hands up for that.
The one where I called you out.
Yes.
Yeah.
The incident.
So while you mentioned the old wall of death thing there, do you want to address it? Because I was very disappointed. I was front row. You organised the pace.
In your when I listened to the podcast, it was they're saying good things about us again, like brilliant, and it's like, oh, the wall of death, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I had the same reaction. I was sat there, I was like, oh nice, they love us, and then I kind of like I heard you talk about it. I kind of went, yeah, you're completely right, by the way.
Right,
let's get our listeners up to speed, right? Hold on.
I'll lay it bare.
You incited a wall of death. Everyone's ready to go.
Yes.
Everyone's waiting for you to go. Just fucking go. Say something.
Yes.
Then you stopped and changed song.
Essentially, the plan was we have Syringe. The opening riff comes back again at the end for the breakdown, but we play it at a slower tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a re-intro.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a breakdown.
In my head, obviously, stupidly, because it's the first time we've ever played that song, so no one knows the song.
Yeah.
So no one knows what's coming. So I need to tell them what's coming.
Yeah. Whereas we've listened to it, we've practiced it like 20 times.
So the idea was we would do the first part of the breakdown of Syringe. I still have cider in my lungs, Jesus. We would do.
What's going to your stomach?
We do the first part of the breakdown of Syringe, and then we would call for the wall of death, and then we do the final part of the breakdown for Syringe, and then the wall of death would happen.
Yeah.
And then that sets us up perfectly for the final song of the set, Guillotine. But I didn't really think about the fact that because people haven't heard the song before, and because it would make sense if it went from a verse into just a final breakdown, because people expect the breakdown to happen. But because we'd already done half of the breakdown before, it's easy to perceive that as the end of the song.
Yeah.
So I didn't call, because the call out for that final little bit of the breakdown is just fuck. So I should have said, when I say fuck, you go.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So so we started the breakdown, and then no one moved. And it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was so funny on stage because I'm right by the mic. I'm like, split the room, and then we go into it. And I look to my left. I just look at the guys. I'm like, why aren't they moving?
But so essentially, we read the crowd wrong. But we kind of saved it because Johnny kind of saved it because he said before Guillotine started, because we do the off with your head chant. Before Guillotine, so it kind of saved it a little bit because it kind of blended into that.
Yeah.
But Johnny said before we let you guys go.
I saw what happened. I was like, shit. So I was like, okay, listen, before we let you go. I
really felt for you because you had the energy, you had the crowd and then it was just like, right, everyone's ready to go. When are we going?
I mean, Guillotine still went down well and people got moving, so it worked out okay. And in a way, I'm kind of glad it happened because we still got through.
And you learned from it.
Yeah. But
so
it means that, which obviously we plan to be a lot better anyway, but it means that even if we play the exact same set again, but we fix that bit, immediately our semi-final performance is better than our heat performance.
Yeah.
So it's something to work on.
Absolutely.
I'd rather come out of the set and have something to work on than come out of the set. Everyone says that was brilliant, nothing I'd change. Because then you're like, well, where do I go from here?
How do I make it better?
Where do I go?
And one of the things we have found from covering Metal to Masses, you may know, we covered it last year as well, in great detail, interviewed lots of bands and stuff, followed it the whole way through, and we're doing the same this year. Watching the progression of the bands go through it, it's actually fantastic. Mm-hmm. You see someone, really nervous on stage, kind of, pushing the crowd a little bit, and then they get it, and then they learn to get bigger and better, and it's been really. I totally agree with you. Actually taking experience and learning from it is the best thing you can do. Mm-hmm. And if you do that into the semis, and you'll have learned and shown you learned, that puts you in a really good place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can pull a quote from an F1 driver, Nicky Lauda. He always said, "You learn more from your losses than you do from your wins."
True.
If you win, you've done everything right. There's nothing to learn.
True.
So, the final, if we get to the final and we play the final, I want that to be as good as it can be.
As we're on Metal to Masses, let's go there. It was one of the questions I had for you anyway. Kind of, run us through your experience of from applying to it to the reaction of getting it to actually playing it to now getting through to the semis, which is in a few weeks' time.
Sure.
Do you want to start? And I'll
I mean, it's all a bit of a fever dream, to be honest, because I mean, for me personally, I've lived in Plymouth my whole life, 21 years, lived in Plymouth. And then I moved up here for uni to go to BIM to do music. And I was like, right, I'll go to BIM, I'll do 3 years at BIM, get my degree, and then maybe something will come out of it. Who knows? Because at this point, I want to be a vocalist. I do vocals for fun. But it was always, you kind of... There's the people that do it, and there's the people that want to do it, and there's a massive gap between that. And I felt like I was on the wrong side of that gap. But then literally within a couple months, I mean, I had an opportunity to kind of start a slam band with people. That didn't really go anywhere because everyone had their own bands, and it was still fun to try and do it. And then as that was happening, Lewis, our drummer, came up to me outside of uni, and he said, I'm assuming because I stood there in a battle jacket or something, he looked at me and was like, oh, maybe. Yeah. So he came up to me, we're looking for a vocalist, starting a new band, and I was like, yeah, we'll give it a go. And then, like I said earlier, I sent the vocals over that demo, and kind of just went from there. There was never an official, you're part of this band. It just kind of felt right.
Yeah.
And I mean, at least from my perspective.
Agreed. No, I
from
agree.
my perspective, there was never a definitive, yeah, we want you.
Yeah.
It just, I did the demo. I remember they compared me to Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, and I was like, oh shit, okay, thanks.
That's pretty nice.
Not a bad comparison.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hated the demo I sent them. I was sat there for hours trying to get it right. I was like, oh, it's shit, but I just sent it anyway.
And what I was going to say actually is, if your guys' first introduction to us was the Croft, there was a step below, like in terms of progression, how you were talking about how you're watching all the bands progress and get better. There was a step below where it was our first gig. So BIM uni does this thing called BIM Live every so often, where you have to audition, and then one band gets one song, and there's 20 bands. So that was our first, technically our first ever show at the Fleece. And I knew that he would be the right fit for the band, because during the breakdown of Aspect, which is the first song that we wrote, he headbanged because we had it on video. He headbanged so hard that his hat just flew off. He was wearing a hat it was one of those caps where it's you adjust it perfectly.
It was actually this cap.
Yeah. So you adjust it perfectly to your head size, and he had that shit like a suction cup on his head, and yet still he was just headbanging so hard that it flew off. And I was like, that's definitely what we need. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so your formation was very early, not very early, very close to actual Metal to the Masses.
Yeah. But I mean, going back to what I was saying, it was very kind of, because like I said, I was planning for 3 years of uni, and then maybe something will come of it. And then before I know it, this band is bigger than my uni aspirations. Not that if anyone's watching, I still care about uni, but
you're at BIM, you don't care. I went there.
Alright, fine. As long as you say it, not me, that's fine. But yeah, so it was kind of just crazy, and then it just happened. We made songs, and then we managed to get the gig at the Croft of Entropic Rot. Who, we're incredibly grateful for. They are an incredible, really nice.
I want to intersect quickly and say that when I first moved to Bristol in September, October time, before Kintona had kind of gotten its wheels off and started moving forward, Entropic Rot were the first band that I ever got to see live in Bristol.
Nice.
And in addition to that, I think it was probably the first band I went to see live in over 7 or 8 years. Because, I just didn't go out much. And so seeing them and then playing with them and then just becoming really good friends with them, it's been kind of weird. Because it's I had no idea who they were. I saw them play at the Exchange Basement alongside, I believe, John from Cargo Cult and another band.
Or a PC, I think it was.
Yeah, and it blew me away because I was it's just an incredible arrangement, wall of sound, completely violent and disgusting in the best way.
They're insane.
And then to be able to just first proper show play underneath them is kind of weird. Yeah, and they're all lovely people. By the way, Alex,
awesome.
If you're watching this, you guys are fucking awesome.
It is bizarre because, like I say, we're just a bunch of students. At the end of the day, we're just a bunch of students. I mean, I'm a little bit older because I spent a few years just wasting away, but
drinking cider through your lungs.
Yeah, exactly. So But yeah, we're all young. I mean, I'm 22. I'm the oldest. Most of them are 2019.
I think Lewis is still 18.
Yeah, exactly. So
is
we're
weird.
just a bunch of young guys, and we kind of, it's hard not to fill out a place when you're kind of just a uni student trying to get by, and then you're doing all these gigs and stuff. But it's incredible, and it's kind of just come out of nowhere.
Are you against Entropic Rot in the semis?
No, they're in the other semi-final. Thankfully, because they're really fucking good. So
yeah, it was
they
like
tried to exchange a new one last
like,
time.
We were really scared that we're gonna get like the Titans in our set, and by the Titans we mean like we were really scared of getting
Bear Pit. I got their thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
there.
We
They're
were
gonna
really
give
scared.
you a run for your money there.
Yeah.
We were really scared of getting Bear Pit and Tropic Rock, Martyr Saint, who we're still on the lineup with, but and like all the other like really like sort of more veteran bands, because we're like they're gonna beat the fuck out of us.
We're just a bunch of kids at the end of the day.
We're just. I mean, even though by all labels we are musicians, I still feel like some guy who's just
only
like,
for air quotes there. You do play music.
Yeah.
You create your own music.
Yeah.
Definition would say you are a musician.
Yeah.
It's hard to convince yourself of that sometimes, though, because I mean, the whole imposter syndrome, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I flip flop between it. Some days I wake up and it's like, how the fuck am I in this? Like, what have I done to deserve all of this?
Yeah.
And other days I wake up and it's like, yeah, I'm a fucking god. Like,
See, I usually feel the way that you feel, where you're like, what the fuck? I'm so out of place here. Whenever like Peter's like, hey guys, so I've just been writing a song and it's like 157 BPM, 16th note guitar riff that makes me go like this. Like, because I came from playing I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, or
a few power cards and a bit shite.
Exactly.
But yeah, go, kind of rounding back to your question about Melt to the Masses, it just kind of
so you were starting to write some stuff, and then
we had Aspect. That was our first song.
I think it was Lewis that applied, right? It was just like we should do this. We kind of built up
a few songs, and eventually we had that set ready. And Lewis, our drummer, he managed to weasel our way into Metal to the Masses somehow. I mean, I had no idea it was a thing.
I remember we were still
last year.
We were still rehearsing at BIM at the time.
Yeah, we were doing BIM rehearsals, like no proper studios,
no pirate studios, nothing. No. And I remember like walking to the toilet, and I just like, as you do, as anybody does, you sit on the toilet and you just open your phone. And just,
best time to catch up in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. So I remember opening my emails, and then because everybody in Kintona has like the band email on their phone, I remember getting like a ding, and it's like with notifications, it's like you get like the header of the email or like the subject line, and it just said congratulations you ... and it was from M2TM Bristol. So I clicked on it. And like I couldn't scream or anything because there was like a guy shitting and a guy pissing to my left, but I was just like, yo.
Ow!
But yeah, essentially, so Metal to the Masses has just been a case of we're doing what we can, we're doing what we love. Obviously the goal is to sound good, but we're just trying to have fun with it. And it's gone well. People have taken to it.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I don't like to put us in a box, which is good. I think if we're in a box, we're limited. If we're not in a box, there's more options.
And if you're in a box, you might be a cat.
Exactly. May as well put the litter in it, make it all comfy.
Exactly.
I feel like this would be a good time to mention that we actually do have merch now.
We do.
Yeah,
we do
have
actually.
Shirts coming.
Well, we had stickers at Metal to the Masses,
but nobody wanted any.
But no, we give them out. We give them out all for free.
We did give some out
because we're so kind. But no.
But now we
give me one. Wow, this is in this episode.
You'll get two. You'll get two next time. You'll get two.
Excellent.
But yeah, now I feel like this is something that I kind of have to do. I think she made me promise that I would slide her in here. So promoter on Instagram is by.monnovak. That's by.monnowak. So she did our shirts for us. She's also the person that's hosting our April 22nd gig. And I'm not going to drop the price of the shirts because that's something we haven't discussed yet. But it's basically just £2,000 per shirt, please. It's like black shirt, red and white Kintona logo with the chains. And we've got about Well, we
Yes.
have 30, but
Yes.
everybody's taking one, so we're gonna have like
But we also have
we might have
stickers,
like 3 left to sell.
Yeah.
By the time we actually
we also
get
have
around
stickers
to
and
that.
plans or something, so we're at least trying to look professional, even though we are a bunch of uni students.
Is this for Metal to the Masses, or is this just because this is the
It'll
natural
be
progression?
so we've got coming up. We've got 22nd of April. We're at the Exchange.
Yep.
Yeah.
With
You're
us.
headlining, aren't you?
Yes,
Yes.
us. We're headlining. Immortal Rain are also there. I believe it's their first
Great
gig.
band. Great band.
They played at Metal to the Masses when we did. We both debuted at the same time, but this is their first gig, I believe. And then we got 2 jazz bands as well, so Volktown and Sneaky Feelings.
I was going to ask you about that because
Yeah,
it's
kind of a weird kind of vibe.
Yeah. I can
not-
speak more about this because I
Yeah,
talk to Monica frequently. So
go on.
I think as part of the event planning or whatever course it is, you have to like plan and like see an event all the way through. So she was like, what's the weirdest thing I can do? And she was like, jazz and metal. It's like the 2 opposites.
I don't know. You did go see a jazz metal band
Yes.
recently, didn't you?
Did I? I can't remember.
You did.
I go to a lot of gigs. What jazz metal band did I go to?
I can't remember the call, but I remember you messaged me.
Oh, wait, no, what was it? Keep talking, it'll come to me soon.
So yeah, anyways.
But no,
Welcome back. Anyway.
it's true though that metal is just classical with distortion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They do kind of feed into each other.
But
I
yeah,
do
so
agree,
she
yeah.
just kind of came up with like the idea of having a really like weird, not like weird and bad, but like weird in a good way, like weird makes you go like,
Bringing 2 worlds.
yeah, 2 worlds together that shouldn't
Yeah.
really be. It's like, you know, having a butter flavored ice cream. You know, you wouldn't mind it so much.
The one I had with that was Apocalyptica. So I remember seeing Apocalyptica years ago. Obviously, there's a metal aspect to them. You know, they're all long haired, sitting on thrones playing distorted cellos. But there's a huge classical influence as well. And seeing the crowd to that is a pretty surreal experience. You stood there. And like you kind of want to start the pit, and then there's people in ties kind of going, "This fucking wanker." You're like, "You're the wanker. Go away."
Yeah, I've actually made that joke a couple of
It's,
times within the circle. It's like
Yeah.
these poor, because Walktown is like a jazz funk band, and then Sneaky Feelings is like definitely more of an indie band. And I've just made the joke a bunch of times, like to the guys or to Monica herself, just being like, these poor people. who
They're
have
going to be sat there with their drinks and their suits listening to
The
jazz.
cocktails and
And then I'm going to come on and ruin their night. It's just, you know.
Love it.
But no, it should be really good.
And like the 3 metal people who turn up are going to be like throwing elbows in the middle of the room, and those
and an
people are gonna be
actual wall of days.
Yes. No, and I mean, Metal to the Masses, the semi-final, we're going to get that wall of death perfect. Make
Yes.
up for it.
absolutely.
100%.
To swing back around to the Metal to Masses.
Yes.
For the semi-final then, so can you tell us more of what we're planning for it? Is it more polished? Is it more...
We can give some stuff away.
You don't have to,
so-
obviously.
You
No,
start,
we
you
can
start, and
give
I'll,
some stuff
I'll-
away.
I'll tag on.
Obviously, we've got the 22nd gig at the Exchange, and
Yep.
then we got another gig on the 3rd of May at the Cavern in Exeter. So we got a couple things lined up before that. But then, so we got kind of time to play around, kind of
Perfect yourself.
feel ourselves out, try some things out where obviously they matter. It's a gig, but try some things out where it's not gonna, you know.
Yeah.
And then for Metal to the Masses, obviously we've got our set. We're happy with our set, but we got these new songs, and the plan is to kind of really get these songs, work on these songs. If they're at a point where we're happy with them, definitely gonna put them in. Because I mean, me personally, I don't want to play 3 of the same set in the competition. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Bit of advice
but
in that. If you
Yeah.
don't have the songs perfected when you get through,
then we won't.
orientate the order and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Make it not just the same
Yeah,
set,
not
but-
exactly the same for sure. But the plan is we've got the 2 songs that we just showed you.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely sick. Looking forward to those.
Thank you. But hopefully they'll be in there, or at least one of them will be in there, and we'll kind of play around. So the set will be new, and obviously, you know, we're still a new band. We did BIM Live, we did the gig at the Croft supporting Tropic Rock, and we've done Metal to the Masses.
Crazy.
We've done
How
3
good you
gigs.
are
Yeah.
considering that
So
little experience.
we've done 3 gigs, and it's kind of a bit weird for us because I mean it's hard not to sound big for your boots, but you know we come off the stage after Metal to the Masses, and it's like the reaction we get, and we were on first. It's barely 7 o'clock. You know, you can fully expect people not to really be into it, and for people to be moshing, you know, respectfully beating the shit out of each
It was really
other.
like surreal because for
Yeah.
me, like you said, we're on first, and to get the room moving for like all songs but one It's just crazy. And then people will come up to you afterwards and be like, that was insane. Like, you guys are so good, like so fucking good. And whenever we like post something on the Instagram, we'll get like 1 or 2 story replies that people like, you know, I've got my tickets. I'm like, okay, diva, but like,
you know, it's been crazy. And so, yeah, like I'm saying, you get that kind of reaction, and it's like, oh, maybe we have
you're onto something.
Like maybe something out of our control, something's clicked, something's worked.
I think
off of this, so.
I think also, just to mention, to quote you verbatim, you said that if we were to go to Bloodstock, we'd rip him a new one.
Yeah.
Sort of that quote's been, I don't know about you, Ethan.
Yeah, it's been in my head.
That quote's been like rattling around in my head a little bit.
Because I know I would.
Fact.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of like you have a dream or like a goal that you set yourself as a musician. We had like a big talk a couple of months ago where before like we were at Pirate Studios and before we like fully started going on to like play the set, we just had like a real like guy to guy talk, like, guys, what do you want from this? You know, how far do you want to go? Is
this just a garage band, or
is this like,
are we actually gonna play Bloodstock?
Yeah. And everybody's like general consensus was like, I want to push this as far as I can. You know, you have everything. You have my blood, sweat, and tears. And so just to like get that sort of feeling, not just of brotherhood, but like a sense of unity. It's like whenever I'm like feeling sort of like you mentioned earlier with the imposter syndrome, I just kind of like to sort of take a minute to just be retrospective and just to take a second to like think about, but everybody else is probably feeling that. So it's like it's so good that we all like blend really well together. And like it's good that we do things outside of being in the band. Like we Nathan, who by all means is like the loveliest person ever, he's got like a fucking lovely flat all to himself, and we go Bosch exactly. So we end up using that space sort Kintona meals.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we cook like family meals and we spend a lot of time together.
I mean, that's what a band should be, though. It's not just about making music. It should be.
And it
absolutely.
It kind of works its round back to kind of trust. Like I know that, you know, I can personally, I can kind of take myself away and I can put myself in the zone, and, you know, I can let my hair down and properly fucking
be yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like I said earlier, get into those lyrics and kind of show a side to myself that I'd be scared to show off the stage.
Yeah.
But
I know
but I know
I feel like
that there are 4 people behind me.
Yeah.
1, I know that they're there for me, and 2, I know within my heart that they're going to hit their marks. So I'm stood on the front of the stage and they're behind me, and I know and I can trust fully that they're going to give me what I need in order for me to give the crowd what they need.
And there's a vast difference between having that and like when I did like music performance at college, when I shared the stage with like people that I was forced to be in a band with, who by no means, like, I'm not saying that I didn't like get along well with them, but just like people that I'm not comfortable with being myself around.
If you don't have that chemistry and like feeling with people, then you know, you need to be able to relax on people.
You get that sort of feeling on stage. When I'm with these guys, it's like, okay, if I were to fuck up, or if I were to, like, I don't know, miss my mark,
they know how to A, cover it, and B, not give a shit for it.
Yeah, exactly. So the look that I get from them, if it was to happen, wouldn't be a look of, what the fuck have you just done? It would be like, it's all right, we got you, get back in. You know,
that kind of chemistry is hard to come by.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it is.
For sure. Like, I was in a band when I was back in Ireland. We had the same. So it was me and my 2 cousins and we had a few other members, and we were exactly the same. Like, one of us could fuck up and the rest of us would instantly know what to do to cover it to get them back.
It's not a fuck up anymore because they cover for you, and it just becomes,
it just works.
Yeah,
and then you just come off and kind of go, I fucked up there, and like people are like, no, you didn't.
If you that's the key about in a stage. If you don't admit to fucking up, you never fucked up.
Or you repeat it, and then it looks like you meant it.
Yes, exactly. So you just as long as you act like you know what you're doing, you're fine.
The only time that you can fuck up on stage, if you're confident enough, is if the crowd doesn't move.
Let's hope that was a one-time thing.
That was a fluke. That was a fluke.
I mean, I did
next
laugh
Wall
at
of
it a
Death will
little
just
bit,
have to be twice as heavy and chaotic. That's all.
Yeah.
It's kind of good that you're getting the reaction that you've just described, because like I've been at your first gig, not your second gig technically, but you know, the one in the Croft, and I reviewed it on this, and I was like, it took you 2 or 3 songs to kind of relax into your own environment.
To find our footing,
but after that you nailed it, and then the next time I saw you, I literally said like, same notes as last time, just better. And the same notes were, singer is amazing, absolutely slaying sound on stage, way heavier than metalcore, and these guys are clicking. And you're like, well, it honestly feels like you've been playing for years and years together. You've got that kind of chemistry, and when you can turn around and go, we've only played 3 gigs. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah,
That's pretty nuts.
Like I say, I mean, thank you first, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're just kind of going gig by gig, rehearsal by rehearsal, you know. But it is sounding pretty fucking good.
It is.
I mean,
that's something.
Yeah, and I mean, like I say, it's the first band I've ever been in. Like I said, I was just screaming in my room on my own for an amp.
Under your duvet.
For years and years, getting told by people that I sound like a dying pig, you know. So
shame on dying draft.
No,
though.
I mean, I can go back and listen to those recordings, and it's like my spine shivers, you know. But yeah, for it to get to where it's gotten, even as it is now, if it just stayed as it was, I would be the happiest man on the planet.
So yeah, let's fast forward and let's just say you get through the semis, you've upped your game, and it is in your reach. Let me put that out. It is definitely in your reach.
Thank you.
You win the final and then you play Bloodstock. How would you think that's? Like, tell me, the day of, you're waking up, you're going to Bloodstock on your 5th gig.
I don't think. I think I would wake. I don't think I'd actually wake up properly. I think it would be a complete fucking just, you know, out of this world kind of thing. Because I mean, like I say, you know, you go through years and years of just doing it on my own in my room, and you know, then I find these guys and they welcome me with open arms.
You've got
and
this
then,
massive chemistry. So
yeah, and we start creating something, because the idea of Kintona 7 months ago is nothing like it is now.
Yeah.
You know, it constantly develops, and to have the opportunity to just creatively explore things with people who understand you, that in itself is beyond belief.
Yeah.
So doing our first gig at the Croft, that's beyond belief. Metal to the
Historic
masses.
venue.
Yeah, exactly. Metal to the masses, beyond belief. I mean, the first show we ever did, BIM Live, that was at the Fleece. Sanguisugawal played there a few months later. We shared a stage with them.
It's pretty cool.
So just to even be in the same space as these kind of things is mental. So if we were to get through the semi-final, if we were to win the final, I don't know. I honestly can't tell you how fucking brilliant it would be.
Yeah.
But I do know that waking up on that day, I would wake up and I would...
Don't expect you to sleep to start with.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I probably wouldn't sleep, to be honest, but I would... In the morning, I would just be like, this is my moment. This is when I'm gonna...
I thought I was going to do something after uni, and here I am.
Yeah, exactly. I thought in 4 years' time I might do my first gig. Here I am at Bloodstock. So, but yeah, if we were to do that, it'd be insane. I mean, I'd be crying before I got on stage, let alone after.
Have you thought about it now that you're through to the semis? Like, this is getting quite real.
It's crossed my mind. And
you're 2 gigs away from playing there.
Yeah. I try not to think about it like that. I try and just think about the next gig. Make every single gig better than the last, better than the previous, and then you're on a good state of mind.
Absolutely.
That's a rational way of thinking. Whereas me, I'm just like, I'm already on that stage.
Yeah,
Every gig we do, I'm already on that stage.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have dreams about it, and because I mean, Apathy.
As do I,
you know Apathy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Apathy. They were the first metal band I saw live ever at the Junction in Plymouth, and obviously they did Bloodstock, and to be anywhere near them, I don't want to lick their ass too much, but they were they were one of the reasons, especially Oscar, their vocalist. He was one of the reasons I kind of thought this is actually possible, because I spoke to him and he was just like speaking to a genuinely nice guy. It wasn't like I'm speaking to a celebrity. I'm not speaking to, I'm just speaking to a chill fucking dude.
I think you find that a lot with metal bands.
Yeah, just actually genuinely nice guy who just happens to be talented as fuck.
Perfect place for me to intersect. So I
You need a pee.
No.
There's a speaker there.
So obviously I went to go see Loathe in December, and after the show, one of their reps came out and was like, "Sorry guys, they're not meeting fans today. They're like really like tired. They've been traveling all week." And I was like, oh. But then he saw my Loathe tattoo on my arm. He was like, hold up a minute. And this, honestly, is like the most surreal moment that I'll ever have in my life, because these guys are my fucking heroes. So he whips out his phone, and I just see him like twiddling his thumbs. and he's just like looking up and down at me, and he's like, "Just give me a moment." And so he's texting them, and then like literally not even like 45 seconds later, I've got Kadeem France, who, in my opinion, hands down, is like the best at the moment metal vocalist there is, because his like range is crazy, his cleans are crazy.
You are sat next to the best metal vocalist.
Second best.
There we go.
and I'm just talking to the guy on FaceTime, and it's just like talking to a mate. I mean, he was Scouse, so it was like, "What's the best chicken in Canada?" You know. but it was
Well
like
done on the spot. Nice.
But he was like so like down to earth. It's really like crazy to me, because every time I think of having an interaction with anybody outside of the metal scene, I just think, oh, fuck off, you're a massive twat. You know, like Taylor Swift taking an aeroplane from her couch to her toilet or something. And it's like,
because her toilet's in a different country.
Yeah. And it's just like, this guy, clearly, he's just as shocked as I am that I'm speaking to him.
And then you have a low tattoo.
And then I have a low tattoo, yeah. And he's like, fucking hell. Yeah. And so like I think it's like it was so shocking to me, because coming into like the scene, I expected like everyone to be like, you know, really like nonchalant and smug and like really like stoic and like
really, we all smell like sewers.
I mean, I found that out very quickly. Yeah.
It's the complete opposite though. Everyone is just the most lovely.
He was so nice.
Lovely. Yeah,
he was really fucking
lovely.
nice.
You could mention so many bands and they're all just brilliant.
As we're kind of on that, it comes on to an interesting question. So you're obviously going to be headlining on the 22nd, which we'll get into in a while.
Yep.
If you were to put yourselves on any lineup, let's say as the support, so you have Kintona opening for, who are the next 2 or 3?
Bullet for my Valentine.
That's a good question. I feel like I'm going to have to give 2 separate answers here, because I feel like they're going to be different.
Okay, Ethan, you go first.
All right. I would, so we're opening. I'm imagining it's a big fucking show. So there's 4 bands.
Okay.
So we open, and you know, dreams are come true, blah blah blah. Then I would say, maybe it's generic. I don't give a fuck. Knock Loose and Slipknot have to be on there. Just
so
because,
aim and loading.
Yeah. just because of how much influence they've had on me.
Fair.
Slipknot initially getting me into metal in the first place. I'm sure
90%
of metal can say that Slipknot got them into metal, and then Knock Loose mainly just because they kind of honed what I wanted from my own vocals.
And they kind of exploded onto the scene a bit.
Yeah. And kind
mainstream
of
in a non-mainstream way.
How they came through and their hardcore roots, and the fact that they do Coachella and stuff, but they still do the small house shows. Yeah. They're still very much rooted in the hardcore stuff. So I would have to have those 2 on there, just because it feels like it has to be them. They're 2 of the biggest names you can think of in metal. Then I would go for, to be honest, probably a band called Pincer Plus. Don't know if you've heard of them, but Pincer Plus, they're big. You know, don't get me wrong, but when you're talking about Slipknots, they're not as big. But something about them, it would either be them or Bloodbather. They're both kind of proper metalcore, really fucking sick bands, really fucking rhythmic and groovy.
Nice.
And just the fact that they, you know, I've kind of grown up on them, I feel like that would be a real fucking treat. But I mean, I could go on and on, you know, your Lamb of God to Gojeras, you know, you could go on and on and on. But I will say though, if I'm talking more realistically, because I mean, Slipknot is
might be
overhealed. Yeah. But if I'm talking realistically, then I have to say Apathy and Monochrome. Because, like I say, Apathy were the first metal band I saw live. Like, actually going to a metal gig purposely for. I
mean, I can see that happening.
And like
especially if you get through Metal to the Masses.
Yeah, I mean,
you'd be on the stage with them.
Exactly, it would be insane. And Apathy, you know, they're fucking brilliant. They're absolutely insane. And their first metal gig I saw, and I'm mates with them. They're such nice people. So to share a stage with them would be insane. And same for Monochrome, they were both kind of bands I saw kind of growing, you know, not growing up, but coming in kind of slowly and feeling my way around the scene.
Yeah.
And you see them doing their shit, and then you talk to them as human beings, and it's like, damn, like, you're just a guy. You know, in a good way, you're just a person.
Yeah.
So I can also be that. So I think I'd go for them, and it would be in Plymouth, because that's where I'm from, and I really want to do a gig in my hometown. Yeah,
that's pretty sweet. I like it.
So,
Johnny, how about you?
So
do it the same level. So one that's absolutely in the stars, and one that's it maybe, or maybe it's the same. Let's see where we go. I wonder where you're going. If you say a load, you have to drink a pint.
No, actually, there's this band I recently discovered that I've been getting the guys on. It's called Ends in Tragedy, and they're fantastic. I am going to show you guys their music off screen.
You did put one of their songs on our post the other day.
Yeah, it was just good. It's good.
I thought you said on the poster. I was like, that's
good.
a bit of a weird mess, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so that band I came across really recently as I've been like going to the gym and stuff. I kind of have this thing where I do all my weightlifting and stuff, and then when I hit my cardio at the end of the session, it's like the most boring and like the thing I dread the most. So I end up just like scrolling on my phone on Spotify, just looking for new music.
Yeah.
And so I came across this band, and what really got it stuck in my head is, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie There Will Be Blood. No?
Don't think so.
It's about like this oil miner or whatever, but they used a sample from that movie, and I remember watching that movie and being like, fuck yeah. And so they used a sample from it, and I was like, yeah, these guys are fucking awesome. And also like some of the riffs that they use is crazy. But I think alongside those guys, definitely, like you said, Monochrome, I haven't personally gotten a chance to speak to them yet, because they've been at all the Metal to the Masses like heats apart from ours, but I'm just too broke to go to the Metal to the Masses until payday. So yeah, but Monochrome,
you can't explain. I can't explain how happy he was that there was a pint for £2 whatever.
oh my god, at the Apple there's a student, like old Bristolian. We're not going to go into that because but it ends in tragedy.
Yes.
I mean, £2 a pint. Sign me up.
Well,
dangerous.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It's very dangerous. Trust me, it's very dangerous.
Were you slightly hungover this morning by any chance?
Yeah. It was 5:35 a.m. I was waiting until McDonald's open. I crawled my way over and got 3 hash browns and a McGriddle.
Was this after you went to bed?
This was after I went to bed.
So you woke up and went, oh, I'm dying. Shit, I need McDonald's.
You know, it's because I didn't eat anything yesterday either. So
that's a rookie mistake.
Oh,
Yeah,
liquid dinner.
Yeah.
liquid dinner is not good. Yeah, I do
Feels good at the time. You're like, yeah, I'll have 10 pints, we'll be fine. What's the worst can happen? And you wake up and kind of go, oh God, I can see smells. And if I move, my head is going to open. This is not fun.
Yeah. So definitely Monochrome, because I remember the other guitarist Peter introducing me to them, and he was like, these guys I kind of like loathe, and I was like, wait, they kind of are. In a way that they are like very, like their sound is their sound. And it's also like a lot with their identity as well. Like if you go on Monochrome's Instagram page, you know it's Monochrome's Instagram page. Like with Apathy, for example, their Instagram is it like blue?
Purple, yeah.
Purple. And Monochrome has like this like white blue tint to it, and it's like I can tell that these guys love what they're doing, and I can tell that these guys are these guys, and they're not trying to be somebody else.
Which is it sounds like the bare minimum, but it's a lot to ask for these days, because kind of sounds like you described yourselves as well.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we had like a massive conversation where we had to just put our foot down and be like, we are not being an Instagram band. Because you have those bands that promote themselves on Instagram where they post the same breakdown 25 times, and they're like going into the new year with this or whatever, and then this and that and this and that, and then they just get known for being like an Instagram band, and it's just like,
no.
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
It is, and it's a good way to go about things in terms of getting viewers and getting followers and stuff. But
yeah,
like I say, the obviously I want, the success and stuff. Everyone can dream about that, but I more than anything want to have fun, and I want to give people, because music, I could name so many bands that have helped me, or helped
someone to say
not helped me, but helped me to help myself.
Yep.
So in order to give someone, if any 2 words I put in the lyrics of our songs touches someone in a certain way, I've done my job.
They've gone off and formed a band and found their own friends.
Exactly. So I'm not like, obviously you got to make business decisions. You've got to be wise about how you're putting yourself out there, but
don't do a Black Sabbath and then get paid in cocaine.
Yeah, but main goal isn't to be a business.
Going
main
to be
goal is just
lines of fire ants before you know
it. main goal is just purely to have fun and make music that we love and hope that other people like it. There's no, if that takes us to higher, bigger heights, then so be it, and I will be there for it.
Well, I mean, you've already ticked those boxes in so many senses, right? You've already said you've got the community amongst your own selves, like you can be yourselves with each other.
Yeah, we already see. I mean, some of our shows, I see people in the pit who have been in the pit previous.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit, like
Leon.
Leon.
Everyone knows
I didn't want to say, but Leon.
He's been at every one of our shows.
Leon is.
He's always throwing down.
Yeah.
Leon,
he could be the only person there, and he's still windmilling.
Yeah. Leon, if we ever get big, you will get free tickets to everything.
For life.
Well
for
played,
sure.
well played,
for sure.
He's
but yeah,
legend.
like you get people like him who are just.
But
dying
also,
to be a part of the
you've
scene.
created music that is not only bringing people together, but also splitting them.
Yes.
You see it there?
Yeah.
You're invoking
Splitting them and not
Successfully.
bringing them back together.
We're splitting them successfully.
just not coming back together.
We
That's the hard
didn't say
part.
anything about coming back together, but we are splitting them, so we're halfway there.
What I was getting at though is like,
Yeah.
you're creating something that people who've never heard of you, never seen you before, stand and go, fucking hell, I need to move to this. Like, that's pretty incredible.
Sure.
Like,
I mean that's like the first gig we did. Obviously, we were fairly confident in what we've created, but you've never shown it to anyone before. You don't know what. What
be
you're gonna
received.
get. Especially when you're opening. Half people aren't there yet. You don't know what you're gonna get.
And you might get a whole lot of.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having a great time.
I mean,
Look at me.
regardless, if people are moving or not, I'm going to tell them to move.
Well, yeah.
Even if they are moving, I'm still going to tell them to move more. But I'm not going to be embarrassed by that at all. That's just, if the music's making me want to move, I'm going to tell people to move with me.
And that feels natural when you do it. So when I've watched you, like I've said in the times I've viewed you, like you've got this energy about you on stage that if you play it in front of one person, 50 people, you'll have the same energy because it's invoking energy in you.
I don't care. I'm whether it's 100,000 people or 2 people, I'm feeling the most, because metal for me is the most raw kind of emotive thing in my life.
Yeah.
If I want to feel sad, if I want to feel happy, if I want to feel angry, if I want to feel, etc., etc.
It's just a different version of metal.
There's a version of metal that does that for me, and also at the same time I can just sit there and go, so there's no like, oh, I need to have this many people and I need to do this. It's just I feel this way, I'm gonna put across what I'm feeling, and then if you relate to that or if you feel that as well, join me. If you don't,
that's okay
chilling.
too.
Yeah, chilling. But if you've joined, that's what we're here to do, is to let you feel.
I love that ethos.
What we feel. Yeah. So there's no.
You have it and you portray it, and
sure. It's real. It's real. I mean, I might plan something I'm gonna say at some point, but for the most part, it's purely just.
And then forget to go fucking the people.
Yeah, it's just which again, it kind of works both ways, because then you do get those moments where like, oh, maybe I should have planned that a bit more, but. I
don't think metal should be planned.
No, and I mean, like I said earlier with the vocals, I go more of there's technique there, don't get me wrong, but the emotion is the overriding factor.
Yeah.
It's the same with the performance. I'm not thinking beforehand, I'm going to do this and put myself here, and I'm just doing what feels right in the moment, because then that'll fit the song and that'll fit what I'm feeling. If it's authentic, then people can connect to that, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've just come up with a good quote. Metal's like an unexpected pregnancy you've been waiting for your entire life.
It's reason 2 to kick Johnny out the band.
No, because it's like it's such a big thing. Like the second you step into it, there's no coming back out. By the way, like the second.
Okay, I mean,
you take the first step down the ladder, and then that's it, mate. Good luck. Good luck with your life.
I like this philosophy. I like the philosophical quotes.
I know what you're saying, but I just don't know whether it needed to be said.
Alright, well, maybe we can cut that out.
Nope, that's staying. That's becoming a video.
Oh, so we got the water death incident, now we got the pregnancy incident. We're racking them up.
What was it? It was
What, the custard cream incident?
No, not the custard cream incident.
Hold on, we're going to have to come back to custard creams.
That's the whole tooth
the
thing.
The fetus one. I'm not going to say that.
No,
you can't.
That could say. What I will say is that we were talking about the band Dying Fetus, and we can leave it at that.
Yes.
We can leave it at that.
I liked it. It's open to interpretation.
It is, yeah.
It is. There's got to be some mystique.
When we first started our band group chat on WhatsApp, he would always send gifs. Nobody from anyone born after 2003 does not send gifs.
Why would
gifs are great?
Gifs are great.
Yeah, well, of course you'd say that.
I can express myself through an image, and I don't have to type anything.
And it's a small little looped image.
It's just a little dude going, ooh, it's fun. It's fun.
But he would send like, the one GIF that's like that really old kid on the TV show. He'd be like, or like he'd send like a video of a pug like headbanging with headphones on, and I'm like, you are so old.
I mean, I see nothing wrong with this, to be honest.
I feel like you're the old one out here.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be
Maybe I am.
for this.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Damn youngsters. Back in my day, we didn't even have GIFs.
Well, I mean, to be honest,
phones.
at rehearsal, sometimes they start saying things. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about?
That's mostly just Nathan and Lewis because they're the youngest.
You're the one sat on your phone looking at reels the whole time.
Well, yeah, that's because I've got a really fucking short attention span.
Exactly. And I'm just sat there like,
Why do you think I'm in a metalcore band?
They say words, and I'm like, that's not a word. That's not a word. That wasn't a word when I went to school, at least. Anyway.
It's definitely not a word now.
Is this like
No,
a
it's definitely
skibbity
not.
toilet to humour 6,
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm just here.
I like to distance myself sort of from that because that's not who I am. Isn't that right, Mr. Jackdaw?
Sure.
This is what happens when you're born after 9/11.
Yeah.
Many times after it. You're so young.
I was only.
You're saying
only
that, Jen,
2
like
years-
you're
I was only
bragging.
2
You
years
were like
after it.
3 years old when it happened. You probably just were like, Mummy, why is the toy plane going into the building?
Look, at least I was here.
I remember seeing the fucking news about it. Come on.
My parents.
Jesus.
My parents were almost alive when the fucking. Well, my parents were alive when the moon landing happened. If you go far back enough. So, there's always,
Exciting times for
there's
an
always-
aviation nerd that we nearly had another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Moonshot.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But there's always some big event. Isn't there?
Right then, dying fetus.
I actually have a funny story about that. You know the Raised by Owls, the skit of it, in fact, was Dying Fetus.
Yes.
You walk into like a birthday party and you look down and go, fuck. Coincidentally, the t-shirt I'm wearing, Butcher Babies, I've gone to a 2-year-old's birthday wearing said t-shirt. Walked in and people gone, I was like,
What the fuck?
oh well.
You just become desensitized to it, don't you?
I remember I got told off at school once because I had I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was some like iconic punk t-shirt, and it was just a white t-shirt and it had a window here and it had a pair of tits on it.
Fitting.
And I got the pink.
Good
one.
location.
I got the pink one because pink is cool. But I
very punk.
I was wearing it at school, and I just, I didn't think. I just wear what I like. And then when I left, the teacher was like, "Why do you think that's appropriate to wear?" Because I'm in sixth form at this point, so I'm like 16. But obviously it's a secondary school, so there are like 12-year-olds. So I kind of understand.
It'd be far more offensive.
But yeah, at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's just a pair of tits.
Especially in today's day and age.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, so you get desensitized to the whole extreme side.
we actually brought this up in the last episode about being desensitized to just the kind of
Yeah.
metal and its association that you got no problem with that.
No, I mean, my one of my favorite T-shirts. I wore it to the Metal to Master gig, the Lorna Shore T-shirt. It's literally Baphomet ripping out umbilical cords from women, and it's like that's fucking
It's
that's
awesome.
fucked.
Yeah,
That's fucked. But I just look at it and I go, oh, that's sick. That looks cool as fuck.
absolutely.
You kind of you lose touch with like how extreme what normal people see as extreme.
Yeah.
Versus what you see as
Like it's just a cool band,
extreme.
and it's fucking skulls, and it's cool. Whatever.
What's not if there's skulls, bones, or devils
Guts.
in it, or guts, it's probably cool.
Yeah.
One of my favourite shirts is just a cat that's high on mushrooms.
So 2000s.
I got it from a skate shop, so.
Getting cooler.
Yep.
Was a skate shop playing metal music at the time?
It might have been. Yeah.
Excellent. Full circle. Love it.
None of us have a unique life, do we?
No.
We all do the
All
same.
the same
path.
experience,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
in a different, like, same shit, different fart. Do you know what I mean?
Christ.
That's the same shit, different smell.
That would work too, but I'm kind of just thinking, like, the delivery of the shit is different, but it's all shit in the end.
Yeah, true. And there's no email from Metal to the Masses.
No.
I hate those emails with the small little title going, congratulations, especially when it's the fucking lotto. It's
Yeah.
like Euro Millions. You kind of go, congratulations,
You've won
£2.50.
£2.50.
And like you have to log in to fucking find out. Yeah, £2.50. I know, fucking great.
Oh, great. I'll just buy another ticket.
Can't even buy a
Lose
ticket.
that one. Oh, can you not? Oh, I play the £2.50 one.
Ah.
I get genuinely sad when I don't win as well.
No,
So for the rest of the day, I'm actually in a mood.
I've probably got about £7, £8 worth of Scratch Club winnings on my desk, actually.
Oh, look at you, fancy pants.
Like
No,
cash
it's
those
been there for
in.
ages and I always forget about them and they're just kind of sat there.
Oh, they're probably out of date then.
No, probably.
My aunt sent me scratch cards for my birthday. Now she lives in Ireland, and as I was scratching, I was still hopeful. I was like, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win fucking big.
Irish luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like this says 75,000. I'm gonna win 75,000. And then I was like, what happens if I actually win? I'm gonna have to fly back to cash in. I was like, I haven't thought this one true, but I
Look,
didn't win,
if you've
so.
just won 75,000, I think flying back actually just isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
credit card it and go, I'll pay it back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if we won, there'd just be a sudden like a massive merch drop out of nowhere.
Like
Oh,
we wouldn't
shit,
tell
oh,
anyone,
shit.
but there would be signs. there would be
you'd
signs.
You'd have
No,
4
for
different
sure.
T-shirts.
Yeah. 4 different colours. Yeah.
yeah. Like
Love
smoke,
it.
fucking smoke on stage and all sorts of shit.
You should do some dry smoke. That'd be fun for
Yeah,
the semi-finals.
we should for sure.
And talk to the light guy. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
The light
Same.
guy.
I actually haven't asked you any questions that I had written down, which is good because we've just been having a chat, and that's where it should be. Shall I pick one? A random one.
Yes.
Tom's question corner.
Yeah, it happens. We've kind of done that one. All right, let's do this one. It's a bit of a curveball. Craziest thing you've seen at a gig, and not necessarily one of your own, other than a wall of death that didn't start. I'm never letting this go, by the way.
I'm gonna give you one of that.
You're going to be playing Bloodstock, and I'm like, when I saw him, they didn't get that fucking wall of death going.
Yeah, back in my day, they never got that wall of death.
He never said fucking no one moved. Now look,
I
fucking
better get it
50,000
right next time,
people.
better, right? It'll become a thing otherwise. Oh, weirdest thing I've seen at a gig.
And it could also be something that you did at a gig, as in happened to you.
Do you have anything off the top of your head?
Yeah. So
Okay, let me think.
my friend, she went to a gig. She went to go see a rapper called Lil Tracy, which, like, I mean, that's a fitting name for a rapper of the century. And she went to the O2. She went to the O2 Arena, and this guy is like, he's like one of those rappers. I mean, obviously you can kind of like surmise this because he's got Lil in his name. But he would just like, he walked up on stage and just started smoking like blunts, and he was probably really high by the time the set started. And everybody in there, it was like, the O2 has a strict like no smoking rule. They're really strict on it. I know because I went to go see Paleface Swiss, sorry.
Missed that gig, unfortunately.
It was a really good gig. Yeah, they're fucking fantastic. And everyone was like being like obeying the rules, and in fact Paleface, they were like chatting shit about the O2 venue, about how like they don't want people moshing too much, but this guy just came up on stage like smoking blunts, smoking spliffs, and then apparently like this guy in front of her just like looked at her, lit a cigarette, smoked all of it in like 3 drags, and then walked off. Or something.
What, you don't exhale when you smoke a cigarette?
and then
That's how you fucking die.
I think in the space that opened up when that guy left, apparently, I'm trying to recall this. I think there was a girl that just started throwing up on the floor in front of her.
Good effort.
Yeah.
That's
Damn. Okay, I have 2. I have one slightly tamer one. In Tropic Rock, they had the gig, our first gig at the Croft, when they had all the inflatables.
Yeah.
And I ended up on, was it Nathan's shoulders? I ended up on one of the band's shoulders.
Nathan.
Jousting with fucking inflatable palm trees.
It's such a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so that was something, and I got to witness the legendary Entropic Frog. The Entropic Frog is it's a mascot of the metal scene. So, but no, I'd probably go with it's gone up my head now. So that there's the Entropic Rock thing, and then I had one gig. I can't really explain, to be honest. It was just something about that gig was mental. There was I ended up, you know, like how Pachycephalosaurus, the dinosaurs with the hard like bone heads.
Yeah, that run into
When
things.
they you know.
Yeah.
I had I can't remember who it was for the life of me, but some heavy fucking band, And we literally imitated that. Like, we were going through the pit and just full on fucking oof. I think it was the Acacia Strain, actually. It's where I got this patch from.
Oh, Acacia Strain.
Yeah. The Acacia Strain were headlining. I can't remember who was on before them. But I've never felt as much like not knowing where I was. That it was just...
Call a concussion, my friend.
Yeah. It was...
After headbutting someone
that like I say, there was nothing special about it, but just that pit and that gig,
just energy there.
It just was like peaked like perfectly.
Yeah,
it was just absolutely insane.
I've got another one actually.
Yeah.
So surprise, I'm talking about Loathe again. But when I went to go
Are
see
they
them,
by any chance your favorite band? Could you spell that? Could you use it in a sentence? I'm only kidding.
I think they might be.
You can tell Tom to shut up,
Johnny,
by the way, if you want to.
Johnny does not loathe. That's what we can say.
No, I love Loathe.
Yeah.
So I went with best mate of mine, childhood friend. He really is like, he loves metal when he gets to listen to it, but like he doesn't choose to. So he's kind of like what you would call typically a poser, where he's like, yeah, I like metal. Like, these guys are sick. And then I'm like, name one song, and he goes, you know what, you caught me on a bad day or something.
Do you know Duality by Slipknot?
Yeah, and the funny thing about him. Yeah, I do, yeah.
Solid Megadeth song of From the Bell Tolls.
That's my favourite Megadeth song.
With Pantera,
and Slayer.
Watch me become a god. Sorry, I can't have to do that. But
Jen, you're up. Go.
He's like,
not.
he's like a really short fella. So he's like 5'5", 5'6", and he's like
vertically challenged, what we like to call
yeah. He's vertically challenged. So the gig was at SWX or Electric, which is where he works.
Sadly.
And it was completely sold out, like full capacity. There was like 300 or 400 people there.
Bear in mind, this venue can hold like 2,000 people. So.
Right.
But it was just so many people in one space. And what they did, it was really funny, is the singer was like, okay, they did like a fake out where they went off stage. And then I started the one more song chant, and then everybody was like, one more song. And then they came out, and the singer was like, okay, if you guys want more music from us tonight, you have to say Bumperclap. And so we all just ended up saying Bumperclap in unison. But the funny part of this story is my poor little like funk indie jazz listening friend Ben, is their heaviest song. Their heaviest song called Gourd came on, and like the room just opened like this. And my girlfriend at the time, Monica, she just kind of looked at him because we were all there, and she kind of looked at him and he goes, "It was nice knowing you." And then when the room closed, he just like disappeared.
Nice.
I have one more quickly. Well, I mentioned the first metal gig I went to was Apathy at the Junction in Plymouth. And I'm pretty sure Bloodhound were there with them, and also a band called Chewing Glass Collective.
Oh, Chewing Glass!
Chewing Glass.
I
got a Chewing Glass cap at home. They're insane. But is there one of my, like, obviously that was my first metal gig I went to. One of the best memories I have is their vocalist. Whether he was on something or not, I don't want to say, but he was on something. And
allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. And after their set, we were stood outside having a cig or having a vape or whatever the fuck. And you just see someone bolt out the door, shirtless, with a tea towel over their head, just gunning up the hill. And it's their vocalist. And you're just like, I swear that dude was just like on stage. Right. And he's just bolting with a tea towel on his head, no shirt, just gone.
Left the oven on.
Yeah, just gone. And it's like, what the fuck? And that was their vocalist. So that was a probably like, it's probably like Corey Taylor cutting himself up in the studio kind of story. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I like to imagine that
this dude's in it.
When something like that happens, I like to imagine something really funny's just happened. Like someone's just gone up to him and gone like, "Is your fridge running?" or something. Do you know what I mean?
I need to go check.
You just finish the last song, and it's like, boys, my fucking oven's on.
My fridge might be running.
But yeah, no, just the way he took off and the way we all were just like, the fuck. Like the
he
double
was
take
on stage, right? It was that guy.
Yeah. It was just, and he did that half the set. He had a tea towel on his head. It was perfect. It was perfect.
Love it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they opened as well. So that was like my first taste of live metal. So it was like, oh shit, like
this
fucking
is what
hell.
these crazy people do.
So okay, this is the standard. Nice. So,
I think we've covered a lot of the questions, but there is one I would like to ask, and then maybe we go into some of the gigs that we've either been to or coming up, just because we're starting to run out of time. And I know people like our voices, but equally, we'll get kicked out. So I would say final question from me is: what does the future hold? You've already touched on that you're recording an EP, but the album is already in work, in quotes. What else have we got? The headline gig coming up.
Yeah, so we got, in terms of gigs, at the moment we got 22nd of April at the Exchange.
Yeah.
That is, that's with Immortal Rain and then the two kind of jazz funk bands, Sneaky Feelings and Volktown. That's going to be really cool. And then on the 3rd of May, we're at the Cavern in Exeter. That is with Horizon's Demise, Demolition Anaconda. And Stormfell. Yep. So that should be a really fucking... We're headlining that as well. Nice. So that should be a really fucking cool gig. Cool venue as well.
Horizon's Demise have a cool look about them.
Yeah,
I like them
they do. Obviously, they're cool. In our heat for Metal to Masses. Yeah. And they're really fucking sick. So it's brilliant to have them on the lineup. And then obviously then the 10th of May, we've got the semi-final of Metal to the Masses, which is, heart pumping stuff. So in terms of gigs, we've got that going on, and we're always looking to book more and getting more sorted. So
future aspirations. We actually had a chat about this.
You need to play here
downstairs.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just about to get onto that. I was speaking to Ethan earlier. I think we should do our EP release party here.
Absolutely, yes.
That would be insane if we could do that here.
And we're going to endorse it for you.
That would be that would be amazing. Yeah. But like in terms of cities that we want to tour in. Like just around us for now, because obviously
students and
students and whatnot. Yeah. But we would definitely like to play in Bath. We said
Bath, Cardiff,
Swindon, which is where I'm from, unfortunately. Cardiff, Swindon, Plymouth, 100% Plymouth. I would love to fucking play at the Junction or the Underground.
Home gig would be insane.
Obviously, there's like a couple of spots in Bristol, like Zed Alley or like the Fleece, which I really want to get back to.
And there's a big metal scene in kind of Torbay as well, Paynton, Torquay. So it'd be good to kind of touch into that.
I think they just did Concrete South, right?
Yeah.
Also, the Cobblestone's not too far. Which is a good one for the locals.
I mean, it's a weird one in terms of kind of goals though, because I'm kind of very much like, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to think too far into the future. Yeah. I go to bed at night and I dream about playing to 100,000 people, millions of followers on Spotify. Everyone does. Everyone in a band wants that. But like I said earlier, it's more just about having fun. I am, you have fun. You play gigs not because you need I need to do a gig. It's because I want to do a gig. You do the gigs. You see what opportunities present itself. And I think that the biggest thing this kind of endeavour's taught me, aside from all the kind of performing on stage and, being out of my shell, and because it's still a very weird feeling, people coming up to you and complimenting you. It's like, geez, like, thanks. Like,
absolutely.
You don't kind of think about that beforehand. You go into it with all this anxiety about people are going to like it, and then people do like it, and it's like, oh shit, you didn't know how to react to that. Yeah. So, so just literally take it one step at a time. I could sit here and say that we want to be at, we want to be at, and we do. We want to be at Bloodstock this year. We want to be at South.
Knocked loose, if you're listening.
we want to be everywhere. We want to be there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we want to be there, in an authentic manner, and we want to be there because we're having fun.
Absolutely.
We don't, as much as a band is a business, we don't want it to become a chore.
Yep.
It shouldn't be a chore. It's what we love doing.
If it becomes a chore, then you'll stop doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And the music, you'll be able to tell the music won't be as good.
Absolutely.
So as long as we're having fun and we're making new music, and, especially for me, writing most of the lyrics, as long as I'm able to say what I want to say, then I feel like we'll just keep growing. I don't think we need... Obviously, we're going to work on growing and kind of certain things, but I think for the most part, just be ourselves, let the music speak for itself. Let the EP speak for itself when it comes out.
Yeah. Do we have a planned-ish date for that?
Before Metal to the Masses.
Before Metal to the Masses is the ideal.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's not something we can set in stone. Because, like I say, I'd rather wait an extra...
Yes, we can.
No, but I'd rather wait an extra few months and make it as good as it can be.
I agree with
if it can come out before Metal to the Masses, we will do that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But if not, then, I mean, like, the longest period of time will be this year.
Yeah.
But ideally, it'll be a lot sooner than that. So we can't put a set date on it because I don't want to put a date on it and then it'd be longer than that.
Sounds like a lot of work to get it out. And
Yeah, there's a lot of work, but it's going to be at the
Yeah.
moment it's going to be a 3-song EP. So 3 songs to record. Album art, we're almost there. We got some places. It's just kind of finalising if we want that or if we want to progress it more. Like I say, I have no problem delaying things if it means the final product's going to be better.
Nice. There's no point rushing it.
I don't want to rush anything. No, for sure. So we could get it out before Metal to the Masses. Brilliant. Fucking, perfect. If it's not, that's because... And if it's not out, that's not because we're lazy. That's because we want things to be even better.
Yeah, I think that's
Agreed.
fair.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So, but regardless of
Also,
whether
there's
it's
no
out...
pressure on you from
exactly.
the outside world to get it out,
So regardless of whether it's out before that or not, it is coming. It's definitely coming, the EP. And like I say, we're already working on album songs as well for after that. So we
have a kind of vision in mind of how long the album will be?
I mean, at the moment, I think that from the discussions we've had, it will be about between 10 and 12 songs.
I was just about to say 10 to 12, yeah.
10 to 12 songs. So if you average out a song at 3.5 minutes, 45 minutes.
And how many have you
50.
written now, including the EP?
Including
Let's count.
including the EP songs, which will probably be on the album as well.
Or a version of it?
Yeah. Just like a reproduced version because we love them so much. We've got probably about 10 songs written now.
Okay.
I would say we have our set list, which we've played previously. That's about 6 songs.
Yeah.
Torn, Deft, Aspect, Chamber Blood, Syringe, Guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got a few other songs in the works now as well. So I think we could easily in a month's time be pushing 10 songs.
Nice.
Yep.
3 of the songs will be on the EP. Whether or not they appear on the album, we'll have
Up
to see.
to us.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how things feel. The time
Be the
difference.
B-side.
Yeah, the time difference between as well, that plays a factor.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of if we feel like we can improve the songs, then definitely. If we feel like it'll be the same thing, maybe not. But yeah, I reckon it'll be minimum 10-song LP. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I mean, from my perspective, all the poetry stuff, I like to tell a story. So even if the whole album isn't a whole concept, having interludes and having intros and outros and all that kind of stuff is very important. So it's going to be a work in progress, but the fact that stuff isn't released straight away is only a reflection of the fact that we want it to be as good as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
So yeah, but EP
Agreed.
for sure this year latest, if not sooner. And I'm sure by the time Metal to the Masses comes around, we'll be able to.
We'll have something more to show.
We'll be able to say like,
Yeah.
this is
I'm
this
looking
is
forward
what we're
to it.
doing. Yeah,
I've
for sure.
seen you in your first gigs. Like, you look very professional on stage. Like, you're clearly on something with the music. You're inciting rage and violence in people in a good way.
Always the goal.
In
Always
Leon
the goal.
mainly, but yeah.
Yeah, shout out Leon. He's always been there.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
But like, you're getting that energy from a lot of people from something that you've created,
Yeah.
and you haven't been together that long. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think the future's bright.
I should hope so.
I hope so.
And even if it isn't, it's been incredible.
It's been fun. It's
Yeah.
been, so far, it's been really fun.
like I said earlier, it's been more than I've ever expected to happen.
Yeah.
And when you are headlining
So-
Bloodstock, don't forget us.
No,
No, you guys have got
of course.
backstage passes
We'll
already.
Hell yeah.
have your banner.
Yeah.
We'll have your banner. At
A little
back.
badge
At the back
on
for
your...
sure, yeah. Backstage passes.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
actually just going to get sponsored
Everything,
by
yeah,
Fuel
yeah.
for My Fire podcast tattooed on my leg.
Yes!
And I'll be wearing shorts that day. So.
And just happen to just be like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Can
And
I tattoo
I'll
it for
play
you, please?
sideways the whole gig.
Love it. Deal. We have a deal. Yeah, good.
For sure, man. For sure.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Every
Nice.
guest does that, and it's really annoying when
It's
I
still,
have to
it's
edit
still
it.
hilarious. What people don't know is you might not see it or hear it is we do little beeps and claps to time us back in from our one-shot live session that we always do.
Definitely no points in between.
No,
that's for
no,
sure.
couldn't possibly
That'll be
do that.
unprofessional.
It would, wouldn't it?
There was a gnome that put those there.
Yeah, his name's John.
Yeah. Right, because I'm fully aware of time and Jackal's downstairs by herself and probably going to kick us out kind of soon. Maybe we should wrap up a little bit and kind of whiz through some of the gigs that A, we've been to and B, that are coming up, just to keep people entertained and informed, because that's part of what we do. And as I said before, we interview bands, we have fun, good chat, but also it's nice to know what's coming up, right? So, in one place because it takes me bloody ages to find it. And you come across a band like they might be metal, they might not. Let's listen and see. Anyway, I'm rambling. Gigs we've been to. Jen, do you want to?
Yes, I went to a not metal gig.
Boo.
I know.
Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Do you need a hug or where are we?
I like lots of different genres. I went to go and see
Fucking ABBA.
Thundercat.
I love Thundercat. Thundercat, great. Yeah.
Sick. Thundercat is an incredible musician. I had a wonderful time. If you know Thundercat, how would you describe Thundercat? Like funk, hip hop, soul.
It's kind of like every of like the groovy genre of music blended into one.
Yeah.
Because there's aspects from every single genre of music in every single one of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a creative artist, and by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Even if like metal's your thing, I think any musician can appreciate Thundercat.
Yeah.
Like remember I was talking about Animals as Leaders a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, they're a guitarist band.
Yeah.
Thundercat is a bass player's band.
Absolutely.
Band guy.
Absolutely.
If a band is a bass band, they're a good band.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fair.
For sure.
General rule of thumb.
Yeah. And his so as for correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I know I dabble in this sort of thing. I'm not as again, calling albums red albums, yellow albums, whatever.
Sorry, Cruelty Circuit.
I'm not sorry. So, I'm pretty sure Thundercat is the guy, and then his band are his band, right?
Yes.
That makes sense.
So it's what Thundercat and his band.
Thundercat and his
like
band.
Bob Marley and the Wailers kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His band were absolutely incredible. That drummer might as well have been a metal drummer, actually.
Yeah.
So good. He didn't have a snare. He instead... Well, no, he did have a snare. He had a snare. But he was using 2 bent cymbals as a softer snare.
Oh, shit.
Really cool. Really, really cool.
So more like a tinny kind of... How would you describe it? Like...
Sort of very boxy.
Yeah, tinny kind of snare. Nice.
But yeah, just like really soft and like... Yeah, just went with the whole groove of it. So it was him, so bass player, singer, drummer, and then a keyboard player.
Yep.
They had a giant inflatable big cat behind them.
That was you sorted in.
Exactly, I do love cats. All of the lighting was just incredible. It was just such a cool performance. It was everything I wanted out of that gig, to be honest.
Was that the Beacon, right?
It was at the Beacon. My only qualm with it was that the sound wasn't great, and I think you see that in a lot of bass heavy bands sometimes, where it's almost like they don't know that the bass needs to be turned up a bit.
Right.
Or I can't remember what the name of the effect that he uses on his basses, like the wow. It's not a wah pedal, but it's got that kind of like
I think it's a phaser, or
it sounds like a phaser, but I don't know if it is, but let's call it a phaser.
Let's call it a phaser. Yeah.
I think maybe they didn't quite know how to EQ that.
Right.
Which was a little bit unfortunate. It definitely got better towards the end of the gig, but it was just like, that's kind of like his iconic kind of tone. Kind like, it must have been someone in house that did it rather than. Yeah. But
it's hard with bass because we had an audition at one point, and the main feedback we got was like you could hear the bass, but the bass was just completely drowning out the guitars. It's really hard to find a balance between the bass being there.
Yeah.
And the bass not being like the only thing that's there.
To be fair, I think that was pre us completely fucking around with Nathan's pedal.
It was. And it was also the fact that I believe they thought he had a passive bass when he had an active bass, which didn't help. Pickup wise. But it's not an easy thing to get right. So if you get anywhere close to getting the bass right, it's pretty good. So.
But again, for Thundercat, the bass player, it's kind of like watching Primus and having Les Claypool turned all the way down, which has happened, by the way. Go on YouTube and I think it was I can't remember what show it was that they were on, but you just cannot hear Les Claypool at all, and it's like have you even researched this band before putting them on? But other than that, very, very good. He did try to start a mosh pit. I am old, so I stand towards the back and I no longer get in the pits after breaking enough bones. But very cool.
Was there support acts or was just...
No, it was just him. It was just a nice 2-hour long... I quite like that about the Beacon sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 non-metal gigs that I've been to, they haven't had support, which is a shame because they could definitely get some local artists in and give them a platform. At the same time, I kind of love just like that big jam session feel of it.
It's really impressive if someone can hold a crowd for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Keep them there.
Yeah,
it's really
for sure.
impressive.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. I also was at no gigs. The only thing I was at was the first heavy metal quiz here in the Griffin.
Loser! Loser! You lost!
I came second.
Loser!
I'm
Second's the first loser, though, no?
Well, first the worst and second's the best.
Anyway,
is
it's
what
the
they
first one
say,
with the box. Yes, I came second, but we're a team of 3, so the team that won had 5 or 6. Just saying.
Oh, there you go.
It was excellent. There's another one coming up 2 days before this episode comes out, and then there's another one a few weeks after, I think, which is covered in our gigs that are coming up. It was excellent. John and David did an excellent job. The rounds were really fun. There was a lot of energy in the bar. It was like a good buzz around the place. About 20, 25 people in for Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, it was really good. Some of the rounds were insane. It was songs backwards. It was the intros of songs. And when you only hear 10 seconds of a song and then you know it and you go, oh. There was one, it was the intro to Hell Awaits, and literally 10 seconds before it, the guy that was in my team, he was like, for my 40th, my wife bought me the special limited edition Hell Awaits. And he said, fucking glorious album, absolutely love it. Completely missed the question, didn't get it at all. And like when we got the answer, he was just like, I should have got that. I was like, yeah, you really should have. To be fair, we all should have.
When you're put on the spot, it's just...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is a thing, is like, if someone asks you, like a quiz question like that, your brain tries to block out answers that are similar, but also blocks out the correct answer.
Yeah.
Like it... Yeah, there's a bit of me not having a psychology qualification at all, but just telling you something that I heard off of YouTube.
I asked you the Metallica song that the answer was 1, and you were just like, oh, I don't know, Master of Puppets.
Oh, Hangar 18.
Yes, they did an exceptional job though. It was really, it was good fun, good vibe around the place. The rounds were hard. There was a power metal round, and I don't think anyone got any answer.
Oh God, I would be fucked.
Literally, David looked around and he was like, right, so we're going to do a category and it's power metal. And everyone was like, fuck.
Smoke break.
The only answer I got was, I didn't even get his name, but the fella in Iced Earth, what was he convicted for? It was inciting a riot in the Capitol buildings. I was like, no idea what the fuck his name is. I just know he was a power metal guy that did a thing. Yeah. Then there was an image round. That was fucking brutal. Because it was the most zoomed in image of a section of an album. And we would look at them kind of thought, clearly that's, right.
Album covers.
Yeah. And like he'd taken like a small little millimeter from the top fucking corner. Yeah, we got one.
Nice.
Which is creative, which we were pretty proud of. But like, we looked at the images kind of going, oh, that's disturbed. Oh yeah, cool, yeah.
Tell you what, that's good going, because a lot of creator albums look pretty
this
similar.
One's quite distinctive though. It's one of the early ones.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was some really fun rounds. There was geography questions, and it was all metal bars of London. So we're all fucked.
Yeah,
like.
fuck.
The Dev and what else?
I'm in London about a decade, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really fun night. It was really good. Next one's 15th. I would highly suggest everyone go. It's just a fun way to spend an evening, and a thing that we're all passionate about. And when you hear, there was, let's say, about the backwards songs, so play the song backwards, and sometimes you hear the song and you don't know which way around it is. Electric Funeral, exactly the same both ways. Like he played it backwards and played it forwards, and was like, that should not be that way.
I guess that's a sign of a good record.
Yeah.
If it can, yeah.
Kind of makes the whole, if you play a record backwards thing that you'd hear the devil kind of thing. I can see where it comes from. Like it sounds the same.
Maybe we should add some secret messages.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Slow it down and play it backwards, and you'll just finally hear the fuck.
Eventually, Bristol will hear the fuck, and they will go.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Love it. Yes, everyone goes to the next one. It's going to be a lot of fun. There is prizes, obviously. Last one was a voucher for Black City and a bar tab in the Griffin. And the next one, I think, will be similar, except there might be a money prize as well. So come on down.
For that.
Yeah. With some students. Might do some good. Yes, you should definitely come down. It'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have won if I had more on my team. Shout out to Jake also. I would not have got many of the extreme death metal ones without him. That man knows he's death metal.
That man is a beacon of knowledge.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
I questioned him on someone who's like, no, absolutely, I'm 100% positive. I was like, go
Don't question him. Don't question him. He knows.
I regretted
knows.
that in the first round. I was like, okay.
Yeah, correct. Don't argue with him either.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No. Right, quickly moving on to a few gigs that are coming up, because this is going to be a very long episode and we are definitely going to get kicked out because Jackal won't like us being here. and we've already had to get beer off her. Jen, do you want some of the gigs coming up? Because you haven't talked much, and I've done a lot
let's
of talking.
do it, shall we? I will start with the Friday the 17th of April, correct?
Yep.
So it will be Happy Birthday Black City.
Woo,
5
turning 5.
years.
Woo.
It's wild. So yeah, Black City's birthday party is going to be here at the Griffin.
On both Friday and Saturday.
Oh, and the Friday and Saturday, is it? So we've got Craven Idol, who are Black Thrash, Death Brigade, who are Blackened Death. On that same night, you can go to More Beer. You can go see Olympus, who are Melodic Death, Cobra, who are Atmospheric Post Metal, our dear friends in Entropic Rot, who are Deathcore Slam, and our other dear friends in Buried in Bermuda, who we have here described as alt metal. I mean,
that's fair.
I can see that.
We could. Okay,
what would you describe
grungier
as?
than that.
A grungy alt metal. Yeah, we can go with that.
Sexier alt metal.
Yeah.
A bit dirtier.
Dirty, sexy alt metal.
Yeah. I mean, they were until Aquaman cut his hair. I have
That's
told
true.
him my opinions on that. But
I'm going to be cutting my hair.
What?
shocking.
I know.
No.
It's outrageous.
You fucking youngsters.
Outrageous.
Do
Outrageous.
it.
Not short though, like just getting it layered.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
Get
okay.
a nice wolf cut. See you.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Love that.
It's going to take over my role as a sex appeal. There's
I
not going to be no
I
point
told
to
you,
me anymore.
You'll just blend in with the drummer.
I've got a very specific niche of people that I like. I am conventionally attractive to.
Mhm.
And on Saturday the 18th, you can come back to the Griffin. You can go to Black City's Birthday Part 2. It is an evening of black metal with... Oh, Jesus Christ, this is why you've asked me to again.
Yeah. Setting you up. Good luck.
D. Hulbarth. We'll go
I'll
with
allow
that.
it, yeah.
Blaspheme, who I do believe might have pulled out, actually.
Oh, really?
From... I might... Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's a shame.
Olfar, Sarkoth, Kogus, and Vestia.
Now, if these were not black metal bands, like
This is exactly what I said earlier when I said, have you heard of the band Three Little Lambs Decapitated and Savaged by Two Men on a Pilgrimage?
No,
It's like,
see,
this is
that's-
the exact name. Like,
That's death metal. Black metal is just like, have you heard of this band that you don't actually have the correct anatomy to pronounce because it's come from the spawns of hell?
yeah.
in a forest in Norway.
Only the vocalist can say the name.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
even then, you
Yeah.
can't hear him because he's doing it in that black metal shriek.
Hi, we are. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, hi, we are.
Exactly.
And this song is. Yay.
Like while you're like looking at all the other bands, my tattoo artist actually had a funny story where he went to see a Norwegian black metal band, and in their like intermission, he said that this is verbatim his words, not mine. He said that in their halftime break, the singer came on and said, "Our next song is going to be Rehab by Amy Winehouse." He then proceeded to go, and then he threw up all over the stage. Just started throwing up violently, then wiped his lips and said that was Rehab by Amy Winehouse.
Oh,
the
wow.
tamest
Norwegian
black death metal
yeah.
concert ever.
That's some
Yeah.
G.G. Allen shit right there. Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, yeah. On a Sid Vicious kind of fucking vibe.
I mean, fair play. Jen, you're up.
Oh,
Keep
right.
going.
Tuesday, the 21st of April. We will be recording our next episode, by the way. Ooh, how exciting. You can...
In the future.
Ooh, in the future. You can go to the Fleece. You can see... Jesus Christ. Oh, no. This
yeah.
is
Jesus, I'll
why.
go see
This
Jesus.
is, stop giving me the difficult ones.
Okay, I'll take this one off you. Knockney Cockaneck.
That was good.
It's totally wrong, but anyway, it's Polish heavy metal with no. Well, we'll have supports, just no supports announced yet.
Is it a Polish name? Because I can pronounce it.
I believe it is.
Let me take a look at this.
It is this one.
Nocny Kochanek. It means nightly love.
There you go. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there we go.
Thank you.
What did you answer that?
Not just a pretty face right here.
Exactly.
Sometimes he plays guitar as well.
So, yeah, like on occasion.
Occasionally.
When I can be asked. Yeah.
And write some songs too.
Yeah.
On that same night, you can go to the Electric, which is... Oh, you can
Oh,
go
you'll
see
be
our
seen,
dear friend.
Yep, you come to see me, I will not give you a free pint.
You'll give us a free.
But yeah, you
Yeah.
can have a free
Yeah,
pint.
good.
But, yeah. If you come up and name drop Kintona, you can have a free pint.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Nice.
If my boss watches this, I'm sorry.
Also, you can name drop it and give them a free point.
Oh yeah, there you go. Exactly.
There we go.
Playing
I
on
like
that
it.
night is Skin Dread.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
hell
I
yeah.
was going to mention that. Outstore performance. It's going to be at Rough Trade. Very good band.
Is who? Sorry.
Skindred. They're doing an outstore performance, so it's not going to be
Oh, what?
actually at Electric. It's going to be at Rough Trade instead. They've just finished renovating
What?
a stage there.
What?
What, Rough Trade?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Have they?
Am I speaking a different language?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember buying tickets for my ex-girlfriend for this show. They're doing an outstore performance, which means that they're going to be doing it in Rough Trade, which they've just finished renovating a stage there, I believe.
Why did they announce it as electric then?
But the tickets are electric, yeah. Surely, are they not doing like an offstage to start and then they're going electric? That would make more sense.
Who knows? I know that on the ticket I bought, it said Rough Trade, and then on one of the tickets I bought, it says you get a free CD. So
Double check that if you
Yeah.
want to go to the
I mean,
gig.
Yeah.
I guess the good thing is they are next to each other. So,
they are.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah.
So if you don't know, just go to that street.
yeah,
I'm
just
sure you'll hear them and follow
yeah,
the noise.
You'll be able to. Yeah.
And with that one, nobody gets out alive.
Hey. Well played.
Christ.
I like you. Well played.
If you don't want to go to either of those, you can come to the Griffin and you can see more bands that I can't pronounce. So you can see Junyu.
They're Belgian in their defence.
It'd be alright if you could look at their logo and read it. but-
Probably can't read those
No.
either. Juneau. They are dark instrumental. You can
Juno?
Juno? Maybe. I would just imagine that.
Juno?
There's a song
Juno?
by. This is such an emo band. A Funeral for a Friend.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a song called Juno. It's spelled the same way, so I'm assuming it's Juno.
Yeah.
We need you on the team
I
for the
was gonna
quiz.
say, yeah.
You know, in Pointless, where they got the dude on the side who gives
Yep.
you the answers. So you get him.
So they are dark instrumental. You can see At War with the Sun, who are Funeral Sludge. You can see Vanished into Havoc, who are heavy instrumental.
I just realised why you laughed, because when you say funeral sludge, that's a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit
a
like
bit nasty,
it's a
isn't
bit of an oxymoron. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be pretty happy if they played Sludge at my funeral.
yeah.
You know?
Well, they're turning you into sludge.
yeah, I mean, that would be the good way. That'd be the very metal way to go.
It
Yeah,
would.
that would be.
It
that
would,
would be.
it would fit the theme for sure.
22nd, I'll take one off you, Jen.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this one either. Is it Kintona?
Yeah.
No,
Strange
Kintuna.
band. I
Ki-
don't know.
No,
No.
I can't remember, I
Kintona.
they're alright though. I've heard of them. They're okay.
They're pretty
They're
good.
not, they're not
Yeah.
bad.
Rhythm
They're not bad.
guitarist shit.
Rhythm guitarist is fucking ass, but
Yeah, they've no energy, just
get-
can't start a ball of death. Nothing.
no walls of death. No, it's fucking.
Bye, Jesus.
Vocalist is ugly. It's all a fucking state.
Yeah. So yeah, don't go to that.
No, please do.
No, we're kidding.
Please
Obviously
do.
go, obviously.
Tickets are £5 for one
Please.
ticket, and if you're bringing a friend, £7 for two tickets. An incredible deal.
That's
is
a
good
really
deal.
good
It's
deal.
truly
Great deal.
an incredible deal. Really, I just spoke
Okay,
to Elon.
Now,
It's the best deal.
When-
It's the best deal.
when Johnny turns into Donald Trump, you know it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's when rehearsal ends.
That is-
When Johnny starts becoming Donald Trump, you cut it. You're
We're done. We're out.
done.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is it. Bedtime.
So yes, on that day, 22nd, Kintona are obviously headlining. Get your tickets. It's going to be awesome. With Immortal Rain, which are Bristol-based metalcore or / beatdown, Sneaky Feelings, and Walk Town, which is a mix of alt rock and funk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same night, if you don't do that, and then we'll shun you forever because you come support
Yes,
these guys. Are awesome.
We will come for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll haunt you in your dreams.
Yeah.
You could go see Insurgent, which is hardcore, Prospect, which is metallic hardcore, which is basically metalcore, Big Smoke, which is beatdown, Feeding Lies, which is Bristol-based hardcore, and that's in Cafe Kino, which is Stokes
yeah.
Croft.
Another venue. we
Great
know.
venue.
Yeah.
Seen
I've never
I've
actually
seen-
been.
I've seen Apathy there, and obviously you literally go in. It's just a cafe.
Yeah.
There's a tiny little staircase on the right hand side. You go down, tiny little basement, but like in the best way possible, tiny basement. Like
Like the
you're-
Exchange before
if
it
you
had a
go
revamp.
down those stairs, you're in it. Like, there's no getting out of it. You're in it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a really cool venue. Really cool venue.
Jen, do you want the next few?
Yes.
Shall we cut it? Well, yeah, we have a few. Okay, go on.
So on Thursday, the 23rd of April, you can go see Rakshas, who we've seen before, actually, I do
think
believe.
so, yeah.
Who are death hardcore. Route Zero, who are post metal. Paradox to Stay, who are metalcore, and Redshift, who are fucking sick, and I think they're so good, and I want to see them again. They're playing at the Fleece.
Well, a good thing you can see them again.
Yes,
23rd of April.
they are great. If you like Rush, you'll like Redshift.
Yeah, they're fun.
On Friday the 24th, you can go to the Croft. You can see Worn Out, who are metallic hardcore. You can see the Grey, who are post-metal. And you can see Priest Crippler, who are grindcore.
Bit of a
Sick
mix.
name. Sick name.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such a cool name.
Bit of a mix going on there. You got metalcore, post-metal, and grindcore.
Good night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Good night.
Totally agree.
Fun
Yeah,
for all
yeah.
the family, really.
Yeah. Bring my nan. I reckon she would love
To the grindcore.
So I get my parents, and I want my parents to come and watch one of our shows. And I was like, oh, they're going to be stood in the corner, like, what the like,
I can't believe he's doing
yeah,
this.
what has my son?
my
What
ears
has my
bleed.
son become? He used to be good at English and maths, and now he's
We sent him to you.
Now
innit?
he
yeah,
is to bin.
now he's having a breakdown on a stage in front of
She's just
people.
going.
And on Saturday, the 25th, you can come to the Griffin. You can see Life in Mono, who are post-rock metal. You can see Bird Witch, who are doomgaze. Ooh.
Very sad night.
Yeah, isn't it? You might cry. And on Sunday, the 26th, you can go to the Croft. You can see Froglord,
Hell yeah.
who are
Swamp Doom.
Just Merc.
Merc.
Yeah. Yeah.
Space Pistol, who I don't have a description of, and Zeitcher, who Tom is going to... Zeitcher.
Życia.
Jesus,
Ah,
all
yes,
right.
'cause it's Polish, right?
Yeah, it means life.
They were,
Życia.
Johnny had to
Życia.
practice that. 'Cause
Życia.
obviously, they played at the Trouble Rock.
And it's
gig
funny.
in the
It's
Croft.
really funny that they're still called that because only one of the members is Polish.
Yeah. But we were going over it, like, we should let Johnny do the naming of the bands, because he'll actually get Życia
I'd
right.
get Życia
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And the
excellent.
bassist came up to me afterwards, like, "You're Polish." I went, "Yes," and he goes, "I could tell because you said the name right."
Yeah, if you let me do it, it wouldn't have gone so well.
It'd
So.
have been like, oh, Zaichi.
Yeah.
Zaichi,
Zaichi or some
Ziki.
crap, yeah.
They are excellent though. We're laughing at them, but
They
they
are-
fucking
no,
They
they
excellent.
are
fantastic. Yeah.
Black
I
and
mean,
Doom.
I was just stood there, like,
Absolutely.
the whole fucking set.
They're
yeah,
sick. I
they're
really like
fucking
them. The fact it's brought in Froglord, I'm very excited about that gig.
Mhm.
I have a ticket, in fact.
Hell
You have a ticket?
I do.
Ooh,
early bird.
Yeah.
cool.
Bridget, you're up.
I'm up again, so I hope you love the sound of my voice. On Monday the 27th of... Thank you. It's actually a bit raspy at the moment.
Rasp isn't bad though.
Oh, thank you. I've been singing too much.
Singing or roaring.
Uh,
Same thing.
Being drunk and just shouting. I went to a WWE themed night, and every
Oh,
time
shit.
every time a wrestler's song came on, I was just like, yeah, and just like started. Actually,
On
no,
this day.
You can't see me. My time is now.
it's just me. Oos. Anyway, on Monday, the 27th of April, at the Croft again, you can go and see Warp Chamber, who are death metal, Degraved, who are death metal, and Skin Tag, who are question mark.
I couldn't find that
Skin
on them.
Tag is they are probably going to be a metalcore band because Charlie Luton, who is in Immortal Reign, who is supporting us, he's the singer of that band as well. I can recommend Charlie. He's a great vocalist.
Yes.
We've got a surprise if you guys come on April 22nd.
We
We've
do
got-
have a surprise.
we have a little
shouldn't say
surprise,
any
but
more,
we're not gonna
we
say
have
any
a
more than
surprise. Yes.
Excellent.
We do.
Forward to it.
But no, yeah, he's a lovely lad. He's a lovely lad for sure.
I think we need to have you on more
He's-
often.
yeah, I know. He's fucking good, isn't he?
Yeah,
But-
do your stuff.
But no, Charlie's lovely. He'll literally turn up. He'll be like, "Yo," and he'll just be the like down to earth nicest guy.
Yeah.
And then he gets his mic out, and it's just the devil.
Yeah.
You know.
Someone's sitting right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have said to me that, like, oh, you're talking and you're talking normally, and then all of a sudden these screams come out of you, and they can't see how it happens. But Charlie is that times
Even
a
more so.
thousand. Charlie's that times a thousand. He's the most lovely guy ever, and
Yeah.
he's just insane.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tuesday 28 is Heavy Metal Quiz Part 3. Everyone get your tickets. It's going to be fun. Next one, 29th. Machina, which is hard rock, and Moosehead, which is also hard rock, which is at the Griffin. Odd choice for the Griffin.
Oh, we don't have many hard rock ones here.
No.
That'd be fun.
Bit of a quieter night in the Griffin. So come and bait the heads off each other.
Don't be mean. Some people like hard rock.
That's just it's a bit quieter.
Oh, okay. What? Not
It
as
depends.
not as
I
heavy.
guess. Yeah. Depends if
Okay.
you take quiet as an insult, I guess. Doesn't it?
I take it as an insult. I like hard rock.
I didn't say anything bad about it.
Okay.
I just said it's a bit quieter.
So I've had a pint and a half, and I'm like, oh, you said
Fuck you!
hard rock.
Fuck you!
The rattlers are speaking for us now.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tony! Oh, I need to show that afterwards. That's a blast from the past. You're probably too young to know. Anyway,
That flew right over my head.
yeah, probably
Yeah,
did.
maybe I just had a chance.
Yeah, no shot.
Jen, do you want the last one? Go up to the 30th.
Yes, the last one that we are going to talk about today is 2 gigs actually. So you can go to the Exchange. You can see Phoenix Lake, who are melodic metalcore. You can see Dakara.
I also think they were in Metal to the Masses and or have done Sophie Stage relatively recently.
Oh, cool. Very nice. Very good, very nice. So, yeah, go see them. You can see Dakara, who are cyberpunk metalcore.
Oh,
Hello.
That ticked a lot
Yeah.
of boxes.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
What's that saying then? That sounds exciting, doesn't it? Maybe we should all go and find out.
Well, yeah.
You can see Absolve the Apostate, who
Apostate, I think.
are Apostate, who are Bristol prog metal. Okay,
A lot going on there as well.
interesting.
Yeah.
Or if you don't like the sound of that, you can go to the Griffin. You can see Infected Dead, who are Modern Death, Warden, who are Death, and Nihilith, who are Tech Death. That sounds fun. I
That
like
sounds
both.
more
I like
Griffin.
both of
Lots
these
of
nights.
different types of death.
Yeah.
I am a
what you want.
sucker
Yeah.
for some death.
Yeah. Just give me every flavour of death you have.
Yes.
And I'll be happy.
There we go. That pretty much brings us up for a few weeks after this episode comes out. So hopefully there's enough gigs there to keep people entertained.
3rd of May at the Cavern in Exeter as well. Be there.
that's our addition to your guys'
Yes.
segment.
That's
That's 2 days after.
that's me breaking your rule. But
Ah.
3rd of May at the Cavern. If you're there, I'll give you a drumstick for free
And a sticker.
and a sticker.
And a
Drumstick and a sticker. You'll still have to pay for the t-shirt.
Yeah, you'll have to pay.
But you have to quote this
Yeah.
episode.
Yes.
44.
Yes.
44.
If
So
you
we can-
quote episode 44 of Fuel to My Fire podcast, you will get a drumstick from me.
Yeah.
Love it. I like you.
There you
That's-
go. Yeah. Drumstick and a sticker. There you go.
I really
That's a
hope
good deal.
you at least give some out.
Oh,
Just
for
because of
sure.
this.
I'll come with a whole bag of drumsticks. Everyone loves a drumstick.
True.
Everyone loves a drumstick.
True.
Not the apple and raspberry ones.
Not
though.
drummers though, because they can't hold on to them.
No.
They're awful.
Fucking Lewis breaking his drumsticks all the bloody time.
Assholes.
I've had to give him drumsticks.
What's the blue?
I'm the vocalist, and I've had to give our drummer drumsticks.
What's the blue and red one? That's really good. Is it bubblegum and what?
It's not worth talking about, to be honest. When you've got the normal, why would you not have the normal one?
Because who would ever take a cream flavored gummy?
Because it's fucking good. It's
Wait, are you
childhood.
talking about this? I didn't know they came in other.
Drumsticks.
I didn't know they came in other
There's
flavors.
the normal drumstick, then there's a green and there's an apple.
Oh, you're
raspberry
talking
one.
about the sweet.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck eating drumsticks?
No, the sweets, the sweets.
Oh,
No,
right.
the sweets. I'm not made of money. I can't give everyone an actual drumstick. You can have a sweet.
Oh, I thought you were actually talking about drumsticks.
I
I'm
actually
not
thought you
made
were
of
talking
money.
about
Who do you
drumsticks.
think I am? I can't buy that many drumsticks. I can't come up with 100 Vic Firths.
Shame on
On
you.
the other hand, I could
Shame
spend a
on you.
tenner in the spa and get a
Yeah, you
massive bag of
Drumsticks.
proper drumsticks. Well, at minimum, you can get a sticker, and then you can
And
spend
we'll see
your,
what happens from there.
spend your lovely
onwards.
human
Yeah.
monies on a shirt as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But
Love it.
Yes. I don't know, if you ask nice enough, maybe you can have extra drumsticks. But
Right, stop it with the
That's not-
drumsticks, you. We gotta
not
go home
guaranteed.
now.
It's
We
not
do.
Tired.
We are going to get kicked out because it is getting quite late.
It is bedtime.
oh dear.
So, thank you very much, Eaton Johnny.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Of course.
It's been
Yeah,
really
our
fun
pleasure.
episode.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
Wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank
It's
you.
going to be awesome from
Yes.
what I've
Thank
heard.
you.
Look forward to Metal to the Masses. Looking forward to the gigs coming up with
Yeah. We're looking forward to actually parting the wall this time.
you. Yeah.
Well, we parted the ball, okay?
Well,
it's bringing it back together.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
That's the
well,
next
yeah.
step.
That's the next step.
That's
Yeah.
the next step. Yeah.
Always, thank you, Jen.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
You're very welcome. David, Black City, thank you. No review this week, but Ooh, we have surprise. He's on with us next week. Next
Oh,
episode.
spoilers.
He's not on with us.
This is when he pulls out last minute, and then it's like, oh, actually, David's not here.
That could be true.
Well, no, he has to because we've announced it. David.
Thank you, Billy, from Cruelty Circuit, for writing our new intro. It is awesome. We love it. I hope everyone else does too. And there's no copyright, so that's fantastic now. And as always, thank you, John Griffin, for letting us do it here and being part of the metal scene and letting us be part of it.
And thank you, Jackal, for serving us pints.
Yes, even though the bar is currently about to be closed and she's down their board.
Yeah, she's going to kill us.
She is, yeah. Thank you all. We'll see you in a bit.